Oh, I tell her get low, gon' rock with me. You gon' mess around now and get a shopping spree. I'm now in your possession like apostrophe. Oh, enough with all the talking, I just told her say less and do more, do more, do more, do more. Oh, I tell her do more, do more, do more, do more. Go ahead, set the mood right, dirty like a food fight. You been working all day, load it up in 2 nights. Do more, do more, do more, do more. Oh, I tell her, and she gon' work that round. I'ma mess around and drown when she drop that down. Now my phone be blowing up, I like not right now. Oh, I swear that she ain't next the way she work that mouth. Whoa, automatic cause she move, she be cousin static. I be straight up like an addict, might be coming at it. Now I gotta have it, had enough with all the moves, yeah, move here. Ooh, let me grab it now, I'm on 1 year. Now I'm not done yet, total way right here. I'll be back one sec, this is just time out, this is not no way. Go and grab that friend, and you know what's next, stay. You been rockin' with an all-star, baby, and I know you coming early like a frog star, baby. Packing out the seat, this ain't no hostile, baby, and they know me in the city like a mob star. I tell her get low, gon' rock with me. You gon' mess around now and get a shopping spree. I'm now in your possession like apostrophe. Oh, enough with all the talking, I just told her say less and do more, do more, do more, do more. Oh, I tell her do more, do more, do more, do more. Go ahead, set the mood right, dirty like a food fight. You been working all day, load it up in 2 nights. Do more, do more, do more, do more. Oh, I tell her,
Hey, yo, Jay, can we get some ratchet one time?
Look, I don't wanna talk. How you try and press the kid and really you was soft. All you know is capping, homie, you don't know the law. Pedal to the metal, you ain't catching me in park. I just hit the stop, I don't wanna speak. Talking all that good, so I just hit you with the plays. Running up the score like Tyreek, I'm going deep. Watch me how I'm saucing, I be spreading it with ease. You gon' see the peace, you gon' see the flex when you hear these writtens. Trust me, you know the difference. I got a long ways to climb before you see a slippage. I see the process and the journey I'm supposed to be, but perplexed, cause I don't really see nobody close to me. Hopefully this ain't wasted and I know it ain't. You gotta take the time for seasoning to marinate. You need the patience under pressure just to detonate. I'm trying to blow up and these heathens need to get it straight. Gifted with a vision and precision, I'm just trying to make it high key. Might be breaking free like I was Zion in some Nikes. Tucked at the crib, bro, you know just where to find me. Making beats and spitting crack verses pretty likely. Yeah, socks with the burst, boy, I ain't changed a bit. Normal guy till I die, you know what it is. You probably thought I'd give up now that I got some kids, but really now I got these arrows aiming at your ribs. I don't wanna talk. How you try and press the kid and really you was soft. All you know is capping, homie, you don't know the law. Pedal to the metal, you ain't catching me in park. I just hit the stop, I don't wanna speak. Talking all that good, so I just hit you with the plays. Running up the score like Tyreek, I'm going deep. Watch me how I'm saucing, I be spreading it with ease. You gon' see the peas. Hey, please be on the notice, these my motives. Bought my chicken and it's rotis. You parsimonious, you take it all cause you a locust. My focus is to grow this mission. A visionary, get a dictionary. We here off the rip and we ain't sharing, we just caring. Let me speak it to the manager. We damage her, no you ain't messing with an amateur. I'm ramming, the competition ain't standing up. They fanning from left to right cause now they branded us. Now who that is? Mike Jones, they ain't want me now, they all on me. Got counterfeits trying to play me, I guess they thinking I'm Sony. These big head dummies showing up and out of their character. Homie, you need a price cause without it the squad ain't hearing you. Top of that, we ain't fearing it. We swinging for the fences with the sting of a left hook that connects with Sonny Liston. I'm dismissing any and all of the disrespect. Nonetheless, it ain't a threat, I'm just letting y'all know who's next. I don't wanna talk. How you try and press the kid and really you was soft. All you know is capping, homie, you don't know the law. Pedal to the metal, you ain't catching me in park. I just hit the stop, I don't wanna speak. Talking all that good, so I just hit you with the plays. Running up the score like Tyreek, I'm going deep. Watch me how I'm saucing, I be spreading it with ease. You gon' see the peas, you gon' see the...
Why do they doubt the kid? I'm about to...
Yeah. Head up in the clouds, dog, they saying I look stressed. I've been feeling down, pray to God that I'm up next. Remember when she blew me off, that's why I can't text. Now she call me petty, but I swear I can't forget. This ain't a test. Now they saying that I ball like Jerry West. Coming back for what is mine, can't take no less. I said go and take a shot, so I need your best. And stop the threats, don't know what is in me. I don't got time, I'm not giving the energy. Too many people around me, I'm finicky. I do not mess with you, dog, you're not kidding me. You don't got way too close. I've been up at the top now, so they all wait for the landslide. I seen too many people that switched up, whose man's high. Through it all, I stay the same, I swear to God, I can't lie. Been down so damn low that I came up for my life. They talk way too much on the internet, it's not real life. I swear my fam waiting, I can't lose, and I'm still right. Still right, I swear that I'm working them up till like midnight. It's real life, I got a time and I'm coming to get mine. In time, I cannot lose and I'm coming right inside. I'm in my, yeah.
Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll. And it's time to run it up, yeah, you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor. Ayy, on the road, here we go. Yeah, we winning by a landslide. Never see me coming, I'm a landmine. Yeah, I ain't taking orders in command like. Yeah, you about to see me on demand like. You know on demand. If you ain't know, you about to understand. Yeah, I got the team by my side, right hand. Yeah, take it to a string, you ain't seen it like that. Yeah, and it's the dream, and we coming for the bag. Yeah, and we ain't never going back now. Future expedited, now we on the fast track now. They won't lend a hand, now they see us on the map now. It's time to act out. Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll. And it's time to run it up, yeah, you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor. Ayy, on the road, here we go, yeah. At the top of the class on a roll. Ayy, and it's time to run it up, yeah, you know, yeah. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, yeah. On the road, here we go, here we go. Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll. And it's time to run it up, yeah, you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor. Ayy, on the road, here we go, yeah. At the top of the class on a roll. Ayy, and it's time to run it up, yeah, you know, yeah. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, yeah. On the road, here we go, here we go. Here we go. On the road, here we go, here we go.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Frankie Candles live stream every single weekday right here at 5:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Guys, I don't know what is going on. We got the sign flickering back here. I look super dark. I don't know what's going on, but what is going on with you guys? Welcome back to the Frankie Candles live stream. Thank you all for tuning in. I think you guys should be able to hear me now. Drop some green check marks. Drop some candles in the chat if you guys can hear me now. But guys, Bitcoin is approaching $100,000. Are we going to get the break up there potentially right now? I don't know. We'll have to watch the price action. Hopefully we can get this thing to rip up to 100K here on the live stream. I'm trying to fix this, guys. Bear with me. I'm trying to get this to stop doing the flicker flick. But it doesn't look like that's going to happen. But guys, are we about to see Bitcoin break to 100K? Flicker could be your camera's shutter speed. Yeah, actually, shout out to Luis. That is actually how I stop it, but I didn't change my shutter speed. I don't know why that's happening. But anyway, guys, there we go. Candles in the chat. You guys can hear me loud and clear. Welcome in, Mafia. Bitcoin is approaching 100K. Are we going to hit there? Are we going to get there? I don't know. We're going to take a look at it. I want to show you guys some key levels. We'll talk about kind of what I'm expecting here next. Now, obviously, the market is super, super bullish. I think there is definitely a chance that we can come up and hit 100K. And obviously, we are being cautious. We're not just guaranteeing that we're going to hit that $100,000 mark just yet. But things do look pretty poppy here. Things do look pretty poppy. And I did take a short here with the CandleMafia in the premium Discord. It wound up playing out pretty good. I'll show that. I'll show kind of what we were looking at for that in just a minute. But yeah, being very conservative with the shorts, guys. Here, we don't want to fight those bulls too hard. But yeah, we'll see if we can get it here, guys. We need to pump those candles in the chat if we want Bitcoin to rip up to 100K live on stream. And if it doesn't, I can almost guarantee you guys, if it's going to hit 100K, if it doesn't happen on live stream, just sit at your computers, sit at your phones, wherever you're at. Just sit there and wait for me to end the stream, because as soon as that stream ends, I'm sure they're going to wind up setting it to 100K. So shout out to everybody in here, guys. We have waited so long to see that six-figure mark now. To be quite honest, sitting in the high 90s. I mean, we're basically there, guys. But just to see Bitcoin hit that three-digit or six-figure, I guess, six-digit mark on TradingView, to see that $100,000 would be absolutely insane to see with you guys here live. And yeah, this is actually bugging the heck out of me, guys. This flickering's got to be bothering you guys, because it's bugging the heck out of me. But with all that being said, guys, don't forget to smash that like button. Every 100 likes we get gives you guys some extra chances to win some free crypto. Hopefully, we could see this thing rip up to 100K right now live. And yeah, smash that like button, guys. We're going to be giving away some, if we hit 1,000 likes on tonight's live stream, 1,000 likes for $100,000, we will be giving away some Solana and maybe some Frankie Candles trading hats in the giveaway on tomorrow. Tomorrow's Friday. Solana, baby, Solana. Yeah, we'll be taking a look at Solana, guys. We'll check in on the yeah, we're gonna we'll touch on the altcoins as well, obviously, as we do every single day here on the Frankie Candles YouTube channel. Shout out to Jesse. What is going on, bro? We got Chemistry Bro in the chat. What is going on, Cam, bro? Good to see you, man. We got Nirvana in the chat. We got Mark Dutch. We got Mike Vito. What is going on, my paisan? We got Ryan in the chat. We got Good Look Gaming. Shout out to you, man. What is going on? Let's see. We got Jay Violet in the chat. Said 1,000 likes for 100 in Solana. Let's get it. Maybe we'll even give a little bit more Solana away. If we hit 100K and we get 1,000 likes on the live stream, guys, we will do something wild. We will definitely do something wild for tomorrow's giveaway. Let's see. Bada boom, bada bing. Let's see. Just once, fetch. Just once, give me some hope. Yo, shout out to Steven. I got to make this text bigger, guys. I think my eyes have aged in the past couple of weeks from staring at screens for so long. XRP moving. Yeah, we're going to take a look at the altcoins as well, guys. But without further ado, let's go ahead and jump on into the charts here, and see what we got going on our good friend here, Bitcoin. Let's go ahead and jump into it. Here we go. Guys, oh baby, she's approaching. She is approaching the $100,000 mark. I'm just going to go ahead and put a horizontal line here, guys. We'll see if we can come up here during the live stream. I'm not sure if we're going to get it, but hopefully we can. 100K, baby. Let's go ahead and label this bing bong. We're on the moon. Or just do we on the moon. I don't want to make it too long. We on the moon, baby. Let's go. Hopefully we can get there, guys. Hopefully we can get there. We'll see what happens, but let's go ahead and cover this price action here, guys. I want to cover, I want to talk about the local levels. I'll jump right into the local here. I'm going to pull this little local volume profile that we have here on the, well, I'm on the 3-minute, but really, any of the lower time frames. We have this little volume profile here, and shout out to the CandleMafia in the premium Discord. I actually just dropped this in here, looking for a potential, and I'll take a look at Doge as well, guys, because if you guys, shout out to anybody who was tuned into the live stream last night when we were looking at Dogecoin, looking for a potential move through our volume profile, and Dogecoin did wind up doing almost the same exact thing that we may be able to get here on Bitcoin. But in general here on BTC, guys, as we were hitting our head on this value area low, looking for this value area low to hold as support in order to get that move up towards that POC, and then in the last, literally couple of minutes, posted this, 5 minutes ago in the Discord, got that move to the POC. If we can get above this POC, we can look for that move back up to $98,850. So yeah, we'll see if that can happen. These are the very, very hyper local levels I'm looking at, and there we go, pushing above that POC. Maybe we can get it. Maybe we can get it. Yeah, shout out to Kembro. Robert Crypto Stop says, speaking of legends, ladies and gentlemen, give it up to Kembro. Dude, super happy to have you in here. And you said you sent me some Discord messages. I gotta go ahead and check those. Said explained where you were. So I will read through those after the live stream. Shout out to Jesse. Thank you for the super chat, bro. He says, it's going to happen. Phoebe's going to do it. We're going to send in Phoebe and tell her to pump that price up to 100K. Maybe we'll get Mrs. Candles in here and let me sniff her hand. You guys know those hand sniffs get price pumping. But let's see. Look at my laptop screen right now. Let's go. But yeah, those are the local levels we're looking at right now, guys. If we can crack this POC, we're looking for that move up to the value area high. And to be quite honest with you guys, if you were tuned into the live stream yesterday, you will know that as we were looking at those upper targets or those next higher targets for Bitcoin, let me go ahead and drag this all the way up here, drop it in our folder. As you guys know, last night, if we pull up our main local analysis here, I'll hide this long position. You guys know, last night was Wednesday, looking at Bing Bong. We were bing-bonging around here during the live stream just underneath this key level of resistance, looking for price to potentially break into these next major zones of resistance here, guys. And what happens? We crack this fib extension, and we wind up coming up to our second target. And I want you guys to see how technical these levels are. These Fibonacci extensions literally breaking above, getting a fly right up into that second level, breaking out, retesting it as support almost perfectly before coming up to our next higher target, which was sitting at $97,800, and price gets its way all the way up into that next fib extension. We bing bong around a little bit, and then what happens? We wind up coming to the upper end of that target, literally almost to the dollar here to the top of that purple box at $98,500, where we also had a spider line for confluence up here at this level. You can see we wicked up, or we pushed up above the fib level. We went for that spider line, wicked into that last little end of the purple box, and then we kind of found resistance here on that spider line before getting to drop back down. And then we came up here for a little, this is the short setup in the premium Discord that we were looking at for a potential SFP, or not even necessarily an SFP, but we were looking at those liquidations sitting above this high, looking for price to come up, sweep that liquidity before getting that quick drop down. But again, treating those shorts as scalp positions until proven otherwise, just looking to capitalize on those small moves down. Jumping in, jumping out, grabbing our bag. Maybe we see, part of that trade continue to run. But again, not trying to fade the bulls here, just catching those nice little scalps to the downside, and just kind of grabbing our bag and running away, especially with the short positions. So here we are, guys. I mean, there's not much above us here. This is kind of yesterday, the kind of sentiment here that we were looking at was like, guys, these are the next targets above us for the most part. Once we wind up getting above this, there is not much holding us back to flying up not only to that psychological level of 100K, but if we start breaking that, guys, the next technical targets that I have on the chart are sitting up here between about 102 and 104, almost $105,000 with this spider line coming right through for really, really nice confluence. I'm going to mark these out. Obviously, we have the $100,000 level, which I'm not going to mark out because, I think everybody can remember $100,000 even. But there we go. We have that Fibonacci extension level right there, and then we also have the $104,000 level right here. So these are going to be the next major targets to the upside. You could look at it as a big zone, potentially. And I like how these live streams have been going, guys. It's kind of just like look up at the next targets and wait for them to get hit. But those are going to be like the next technical targets. Obviously, you can look at this as a massive zone. Spider line flying right through the middle of it as well. So, it's probably going to be similar to like this huge zone where we kind of come up, interact with the levels, but we kind of just bing bong around in there before, finally, maybe get the move up, right? Come in here, bing bong around a little bit before potentially even going higher. And I will say, guys, if we start breaking 100K, we start breaking above these levels, the targets really start to get exciting here, guys. Targeting, I mean, to be quite honest, like the next big, if we start breaking 102, 103K, there is a potential possibility that we could start looking up towards about, the next big target. Obviously, we could find those local extension levels as well that are going to give us a little bit of a hang up locally. But the next, like, macro target, if I just pull up our cycle chart here really quickly, where is it? Bada boom. Nope, that's not it. If we pull up this little cycle chart here, let me zoom out to the weekly. I'll take off the indicators really quick. And I do believe, do I have the moon mission? Or actually, you know what? I think this is on my live stream Bitstamp chart here. Where's that moon mission folder? Dang, where the heck is it? It's not in here, is it? If it's in here, I'm going to be, I'm tripping. Here it is. Okay, so if I just go ahead and hide this local TA, guys, like the next big targets to the upside, again, 101, 102 to 104, that's kind of the big Fibonacci extension. That's what we were kind of just looking at with the spider line flying right through it. If we get above that, guys, 111, 110K, but really, like for the most part, guys, a lot of things point towards $137,000. I will say that, like another really big target that I will be looking at is going to be up towards $107,000. We have Fibonacci extension levels. We also have major spider lines running through this level as well. These two big red spider lines are going to be really big ones to watch. Now, again, I'm not necessarily saying we're going to come right up to $137,000, but I was looking at this as a higher target from forever ago, and the fact that we are getting up here so quickly could be a good thing, could be a bad thing. But if we do wind up breaking above this like real big $104,000, $105,000 level, guys, this is the next really big target in my opinion. And again, are we going to have those local extension levels, up in here? Sure. But for the most part, long term, those next big targets could be sitting up at about $137,000. Now, again, not calling for that next month or next week or tomorrow. Hopefully we could just, bing bong right up there. That would be nice. This would just start to look like a real banana zone here if this thing just rips up towards 137K. But again, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. I just wanted to point that out because if things start moving really quickly, you're going to want to be having an idea of where this thing could potentially go if things get super explosive. All right, let's see. Shout out to Bitfrog. Said Frankie just confirmed 137K. Shout out to Bitfrog. Not financial advice, guys. Not financial advice. Let's see. Let's do it live. Screw it. We'll do it live. 137K. We rich. Let's go. Can't wait to see Tia. Yeah, we will take a look at we'll take a look at Tia here as well. But yeah, like just bouncing off that support zone, guys. And I have been buying Tia down here, so we'll see if we can get a bigger breakout for that. But yeah, that's what we're looking at, guys. We'll see. I mean, I will talk about some levels to the downside here, but again, I am not fading. And just because we look to take a short up here does not mean that we do not think it can continue up here. So we'll see. I mean, whew, baby, 100K on the live stream would be absolutely fire. And we do have a 15-minute money flow crossover into the green with a potential 4-hour green dot. This VWAP is ripping back to the upside here, guys. If we start printing that green dot on the 4-hour, we could potentially see that push up. And another thing that we were looking at on yesterday's live stream to potentially look for that bigger move up to start was this daily green dot, right? We had that nice kind of sideways consolidation. Daily VWAP comes right back to the upside, prints that green dot, and that is really where we started to see that next push to the upside. 100K on stream. Let's go. Shout out to Blaze. Let's get it, baby. Let's get it. Bada boom. We're pumping Bitcoin straight to 100K. Let's go. Everybody buy. Buy right now. Buy right now and set it to 100K, Mafia. Let's do it. 101K. Shout out to Chemistry Bro. Said, Frankie, look at the 5-minute bull flag. Descending wedge to measured move to 100K. Did he say 1 minute? 5 minute? Let's see here. Oh, baby. Yeah, I mean, hey. We could get there. We could get there. I do think that I think we could get there. And to be quite honest with you, here we are. I mean, hang on. Let's just pull up the where is my bada boom, bada bing? Here it is, right? So let's let's go ahead and pull this TA back up, unhide it, and we'll get rid of the upper levels, and we will see if we can. And there you go. We're going for that POC. We're going for that value area high. Let's see if we can do it, guys. There is the power of those volume profiles in full effect here, looking to get pulled up towards that. Now, one thing I will say, guys, now, can the power of the bulls just again, taking the indicators with a grain of salt right now, obviously we do have this, 5-minute money flow coming out. We also just confirmed now it's flipped. Yeah, I would not be fighting the bulls here at all. But yeah, that 5-minute money flow was coming into the red. VWAP is coming down as well. No, could we potentially, look at that as potentially bearish? Yes, but not in this environment, in my opinion. You could potentially trade off of it, but, again, I am not paying a lot of attention to the indicators right now because, when we're this close, we could easily squeeze to the upside. And you got to think, like, not only were we looking for shorts here at the top to capitalize with what we know to be scalps to the downside, being very conservative with those shorts, but a lot of people are probably trying to short the top here and look for this thing to just short the Ponzi to zero, right? So we are likely going to have a lot of liquidity up here, which is just simply going to continue that short squeeze into that $100,000 moon zone, baby. Can we do it? Let's go. Let's get there. Let's get there. We're going to put I'll put an alert here. Oh my God. It happened. Oh my God. Just oh my God. There we go. We'll see if we hit it. But yeah, we'll see. Those are local levels, guys. And again, not really much ahead of us here to potentially see that 100K come in. And then above that, looking at between about $102,000 and $104,000 at those levels that we just took a look at. And yeah, I mean, green dot on the daily, this would be potentially a good sign. As we were looking at yesterday, money flow coming back up on the daily as well. Your 8-hour, you could say that your 8 hours looking to cool off here. VWAP coming down. Potential bearish divergence looking to print here, almost invalidated though. But again, I'm not looking at, look how thick this money flow is. You do not want to fight that money flow, guys. You do not, especially when you got bullish money flow, thick in the green like that in the middle of a bull market. This is not something you want to fade. Again, with that being said, can you take scalp shorts like we do? Yes, absolutely. But you just have to understand that context. So we'll see here. I mean, yeah, we'll see. All right, bada boom, bada bing. Let's see. Man, I can't wait for the bear market to wreck all these bulls. Shout out to Runners for Nerds. And guys, there is the value area high looking to come in here. Bing bong, let's get it. Come on, baby. Come on, give us that tap. Give us that value area high tap. Crack it. Let's go. Come on, baby. Come on. Tap it. Oh God. All right, let's continue on here, guys. Caught a 25% move on that short. Shout out to Pennywise. Let's go. Shout out to you, bro. Congrats on your gain. And who says you can't short in a bull market? Who says you can't short in a bull market? If you can't short in a bull market, you just simply do not know what to look for, or you do not know how to manage those trades. But obviously, longing is going to be your favor as far as longs versus shorts. You're going to favor those long positions, looking to hold those winning longs and cut those winning shorts short. Keep the shorts right now. Keep the shorts short. Keep the shorts short. Get those shorts on, baby. Let's go. Bada boom. What do you think about undervalued crypto stocks? I assume you mean like actual crypto-related stocks is what I think you mean. I don't think you're calling crypto stocks. I don't know. I don't really trade stocks. I like trade almost 100% crypto. Basically 100% crypto. I don't trade stocks. It's not like I've never traded stocks or invested in stocks. I focus on almost 100% on crypto. Let's see. Frankie, push ETH, please. All right, so guys, there you go. Already target number 1 hit from the beginning of the stream here. Value area high. We front ran it by a couple of bucks. But we'll see what happens here. Because again, like that's kind of the only context I have, right? And shout out to the premium Discord. Do I have this open? Shout out to Blowfin, guys. By the way, if you're looking for a place to trade, check out Blowfin. They are no KYC, and we do have a deal going on for the CandleMafia where you get 15% cash back in the form of futures bonus funds. So depending on how much you deposit, they will dump some free money in your account. You can't withdraw the initial money they give you, but if you make profit on top of that, on that free money, you can then withdraw the profit. So it's just kind of like free demo money, like free like paper trading money, but you get to keep any profit that you make with it. So check that out if you guys are interested. But what I do want to kind of show here is let's go ahead and pull up the BTCTA. Real quick here, yeah, just looking to get inside that value area, guys, for a potential move back up to that value area high. And there it is in full, getting tapped to that value area high, guys. If there is one thing you ever take away from any of my live streams, please, for the love of God, take away the volume profiles and the absolute insanity and reliability that they give you when looking at the market here. But yeah, shout out to, so there we go, bing bong, super quick, happened faster than I actually thought it would. But there we go. Oh, and she's pushing above, baby, pump it, send it to 100K. Somebody get Jay.
Hey, yo, Jay.
Come on, Jay. We're calling you, bro. Somebody pump this thing. Let's go. Free capital. Let's get it. Shout out to James M. What is going on, bro? Thank you to you and the mods in getting I'm getting better every day. Thanks to Frankie and the Mafia. Let's go. Shout out to Pennywise. It is not the best trading community on not YouTube, on Earth. We are not the best trading community for no reason, guys. And, even if you're not in the premium Discord or, this live stream is, my goal with this YouTube channel is to give as much free value as I possibly can. So, if you're not in the premium Discord, you're still getting a ton of sauce here on the live streams or just watching the YouTube tutorials, an insane amount of value here. And that's what I really focus on. Let's see. All right, let's go ahead and I want to take a quick look. We'll see what happens here. We are hitting a local resistance. We'll see kind of what we got going on. We'll keep an eye on this. We have our alert set here. I'm going to put an alert right here on the high, too, in case we start breaking this high. Where are we at? Bada boom. Breakout. We'll keep that on. So if we're looking at other coins, we know what's going on here with good old Bitcoin. And let me just pull a fib here real quick as well, right? Because I don't want to just, maybe this intensity can just push us up. We'll see. If we can get above this 786, that would be a very, very good sign. Because if we are going to kind of just come down here, continue the move to the downside, this would be where I would look for the rejection here. 786 golden pocket. We already broke the golden pocket. If we don't reject this 786, if we can hop on here, right, and flip this to support, that's our best bet of getting out of here. Because, if you're going to see potentially that money flow on the 5-minute continue out on the next 5-minute red dot, and you do wind up getting a continuation down, it's got, in my opinion, it's kind of got to happen here. So if we got hop on top of here, this is really, really what we want to happen, right? And then that's kind of your only barrier. And luckily, there's probably going to be a lot of liquidations up here. So maybe we can get the push up to 100K. Come on, baby. Do it on the live stream. Let's do it. I think we can do it, guys. But let's go ahead and check in on Ethereum, which, by the way, guys, if you've been watching the live streams, here we are. Shout out to the volume profiles. Absolutely insane. As we've been looking at this for quite some time on ETH, looking at this local volume profile as well as the macro volume profile, right? I don't want anyone getting it twisted. We have the larger volume profile right here. Bada boom. And then we have the local volume profile right there. But this local volume profile, guys, looking at this as macro value area low, sitting at $3,000 being absolute key support. But wow, Ethereum really, really likes to get these really weird scam wicks, at least here on the Bitstamp chart, right before it makes a gigantic move. I'll be honest with you guys. That might be something to look at, and pay attention to, because, right before ETH breaks out, it always gets these, random scam wicks on Bitstamp, which is really interesting. So you see one of these scam wicks, and the weird thing about these scam wicks is, even if you go down to the 1 minute, right, it's still just a wick. Very, very interesting. So if you ever see this, I don't know. Might be a long signal. But either way, guys, as we were looking at this, saying that the value area low is our key level of support, as we were tapping our head on this value area low, right, resistance until proven otherwise, tap, tap, tap. You hold the low. Once you get in here, what happens? You fill the range in whole. Absolutely insane. Now, it took a little while for this to happen as we were, looking at this for a minute before it wound up happening. And but yeah, you break that value area low, you go right through that volume profile. And to be quite honest, guys, it doesn't always play out that beautifully. It's just straight from the value area low to the high. And now we are potentially trying to break out here. But let me get this purple box out because that is no longer resistance. We have now broken into the range. And get rid of this purple box as well because we slammed right through that as well. So you broke out, retested the POC, and now you're trying to go again. We'll see what happens here. Your next key level of resistance, if we break out here, next key level is going to be about $3,500 for Ethereum, sitting at that macro POC of the range. Bada boom, sitting right here. $3,500. Start playing with that. We start getting above that. That's where we're looking up towards the value area high at 3,700. And then at that point, that's pretty much the top of our 2024 value area. After that, to be quite honest with you guys, there's not a whole lot else in our way. Bear with me here. Right? There is not a whole lot in our way from getting us, back up into our, where is that macro value area? Let me, bear with me while I find this. Nope. Not the nope. Actually, is that relevant right now? Yeah, kind of relevant as well. And this is another thing we were looking at on ETH, guys. As we were deviating below this value area low, you're looking for that push up into the POC value area high. We already got that a while ago. But just to show how these volume profiles are insane. Like magnet number 1, magnet number 2, and then the POC is typically in the middle, which makes that magnet number 3. But here you have your POC and your value area high very, very close to each other, making that a super magnet. I mean, shout out to anybody who watches the stream every day. Like, this is just insane that this stuff plays out. But here's the macro value area, right? So, you know, we're approaching that value area high right now, which, again, is sitting at about $3,500. So once we break above 3,500, the only level of resistance that we really have left at that point, there really isn't any, right? Like, that's kind of where we're just going up towards that previous all-time high. And I guess I can probably do what we did on I could do kind of what we did on Solana. We actually sniped those targets on Solana by doing this. Looking at that kind of top consolidation of the top of the bull market and then bringing those levels over to the current price action here. Grab this, value area low, POC, value area high. So, yeah, I mean, at this point, you got all the way back down to your macro value area low. You're above the POC, looking for that value area high to come in, which, again, is confluent with that POC that we just looked at locally, $3,500, essentially, almost exactly, right? Flip above this. That's your next doorway to higher prices, right? Sitting at $39.36. Doorway to higher prices. We should probably start charging for pointing out these doorways to higher prices, to be quite honest with you guys. This is the sauce here. If you watch these live streams, if you keep updated with the market updates and you've been looking at these doorways to higher prices, almost, like, I don't even want to say almost. It's not going to be 100% all the time, but in the past, these have been like literally the ones that we've looked at on the live stream are a 10 out of 10 hit rate. They have not lost one time. Now, again, that doesn't mean they're never going to lose, but it's just we know where that value is, and once you crack those doors, especially if you have other things that you're looking at that has confluence up at the high, like you are looking for those fills of the range, and we do it here in real time. It's not even like we're just going back and looking at the times we were only right? Because we're not right 100% of the time, and we talk about when we're wrong, but you know, when it hits this hard, like literally in the beginning of the stream, looking at that range on Bitcoin, right? Like, and that's why I say if you take anything away from what I talk about here, guys, like take the volume profiles. Like literally in the beginning of the stream saying, can we fill the range? Here we are filling that range in real time. It's not a scam. It's not false news. It's not fake news. It's literally just like how the market moves. It's insane. But back to Ethereum, just in that same kind of, with that in mind, right? Like once we break out of this value area, we'll see if we can approach that low, creep above that low, and fill that range up to about $4,500, which is essentially, you're basically at the all-time high at that point. So, after that, you're probably going to be starting to look at your extension levels for next targets on ETH. And everybody's been upset that ETH has been lagging behind, which, isn't wrong. Obviously it hasn't been made a new all-time high yet like Bitcoin. But as we were talking about on the live stream yesterday, this is completely normal, right? Bitcoin is typically the first mover. So, it's not, someone asked me yesterday, like, why is Bitcoin making new all-time highs, but like ETH and some of the alts are just still chilling? Like, that's just how the market works, right? Bitcoin's the first mover. Then that money rolls over into the high cap and the mid cap altcoins. And then that money, once that stuff rips, that money rolls into the small caps, the low caps, the micro caps, and then into the super, super low cap, degen, scumbag, dumpster diving, meme coin nonsense. But that stuff is super risky, but that stuff rips the hardest. So yeah, that's just kind of like the money flow of crypto. But if we continue up here, guys, just looking at our, and we could look at our Ethereum spider lines. Do I have spider lines on this chart? I do. So yeah, we could take a look at some of these spider lines here on Ethereum. But first, I'll take a look at the Fibonacci extensions here, right? So once you come back into here, those are the next targets. Break out of that. If we go into price discovery, whenever we do go into price discovery, I'm sure we'll be able to talk again before that actually happens. But, first zone I would be looking at, and just remember how quickly and accurately these got hit on Bitcoin, guys. Just keep this in mind. I know 5,800 on ETH, like, can't even think of that, right? But, it'll likely happen sooner than later as long as, everything doesn't go to zero out of nowhere. But 58.10 up to about 65.20. And then after that, Going to probably be looking up towards about 73.33. That's going to be your next level to the upside. So yeah, that'll be the first zone. And you can see like some of these higher targets up here, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. But let's go ahead, and I do want to take a look at some of these spider lines. Do we have spider line confluence on any of these zones? Well, let's take a look. We got the 2018 spider lines. We also have the regular spider lines. So yeah, you do have some spider lines here. Kind of confluent with this first fib zone. Now, it's going to depend on how quickly we get up there, right? If we wind up bing-bonging around, we get some kind of dump back down to the bottom of the range. I'm not expecting that. Hopefully, we don't get it. But if we continue up here, right, flip this spider line, depending on, how quickly we get up there, these lines do move over time. But I will say, you do have some confluence up there, depending on, if we come up there, let's say January, I don't know, who knows, right? You do have that confluence up there. Not as pretty as it is on Bitcoin, to be quite honest with you, the confluence on the Fibonacci extensions as well as the spider lines, but it is there. They are there. But for the most part, those are going to be the next targets I am looking at to the upside, guys, for Ethereum. And obviously, not looking directly up to 5-6K, right? We also have these local levels here. And I will say, 786 Fibonacci retracement, this is going to be a big zone of resistance here, guys, because not only do you have your, this is not only your value area low, it's also the 786. However, we've already come up and retraced into here before getting the bigger pullback. So in my opinion, we get up here and start flipping this, like that could be very, 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 very good for Ethereum. But that's what I'm looking at long-term for ETH. And again, not necessarily saying it's going to happen right this second, right? Like there's going to be low time frame turbulence. We're going to get little pumps and dumps, but that's what I'd be looking at for the most part. Watch that doorway to higher prices sitting at about $3,900, $3,930. So there you go. Let's see. Shout out to Ryzen says, I'll tell you something about Sol. Reminds me of Binance Coin years ago when it was $8. Yeah, shout out to actually just saw my average entry price for Solana was $33 or 30 something. I think it was $30, $32. But yeah, shout out to Solana. We can take a quick look at Solana as well. Take a look here. Solana coming into where? Unbelievable. Coming right into our magic Fibonacci extension levels. Let me come up to a higher time frame here, right? Yeah, like we were inside our volume profile. Value area high, value area low, and look at the wick down to that value area low. Literally almost tapped to the dollar. You can't make it up. When did this happen? This was yesterday night, right? As we looked at this yesterday. Value area low is your key level of support. Wick on down to that value area low, bing bong, right to the upside. And not only that, guys, you actually did have some bullish confirmation down here on Solana with the lower lows on your price action into that key level of support with your higher lows on your momentum waves, giving you those bullish divergences, and then bing bong right to the upside. And that's just on the 90-minute. You probably had some better confirmation here on some of the lower time frames. 15-minute bull div. Let's check it. 1 hour bull div as well. You kind of got that last little wick down. Pretty clean. Pretty dang clean. And we've been seeing this a lot lately, where you just kind of like get these perfect double bottoms and double tops. But what were we looking up towards if we got the break out of this range, guys? The next zone of resistance was sitting here. Where is that? Where is the actual fib is the question. It must have gotten deleted. But there we are in that Fibonacci extension. Where did I pull this from? Let me see. I could probably try to find it real quick. Let me, right there, right? Pulled from this high to this low. I can actually get rid of some of this older stuff here. Bada boom, from the high to the low. Gives you that Fibonacci extension target between 257 and 265. And what happens? Yeah, get the move up. And what are we rejecting right now? This exact Fibonacci extension level. Absolutely mind-boggling. But yeah, if we continue up, guys, simply put, I mean, 265.90 would be the next target to the upside for Solana. Get in here, bada boom. I'd be looking up towards that 265.90. Let's see. Solana spot bags are pumping, baby. Let me see what that looks like on the chart. Let me see. Whoops. Let's see. Where is 30? Looking for $33. So obviously this is a spot bag position, but let me 32, $33. So somewhere like right here. Bada boom. So there we go. Not too bad. Not too bad. That's the benefit of buying something that people think was a scam. Let me fix this stop loss. That would be horrible risk management. Yeah, I mean, hey, not too bad. That is my average entry. And again, when you DCA in, as you guys know, I started, if you've been watching the channel for quite some time, I started buying Solana inside of this range right before it went to zero, which just goes to show you, you got to keep those emotions in check, because I started buying right here and then it went to zero. It was too late. By the time this thing went to almost zero, $7, $8, right? It was too late for me to sell at the loss, right? I was basically just going to lock in and I don't just always snipe the bottoms and the tops, guys. I would have just locked in an 80% loss. At that point, it's like you might as well risk it all, right? I'm going to lose. It's like the risk to reward there is like I could have cut my losses earlier, but it happened so fast, right? An 81% dump. It's like, might as well just hold here, because I didn't think Solana was dead. Even in our Solana video, I was talking about how they've been doing a bunch of really, really good stuff during the bear market, and they just kind of got caught up in bad stuff. I didn't think it was going to zero, so not only did we held diamond hands, baby, but also picked up some 3x leverage tokens down here. That wound up paying out in a big way, but then was also just buying spot Solana all through down here with a beautiful average entry of about $33, right? So just because I bought here, it went lower. I kept buying, and what happens? My average entry is sitting like right here. It's actually a little lower. It's like right here, right? And then, I don't care that I bought up here and then it dumped, because I bought more, right? And it brings your average entry price, right? I guess around right there, which is basically where I wanted to buy anyway. And then, I don't care if I bought up here, down here, up here, down here, up here, blah, 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 right? Still up 750% about, right? So I don't care, because again, like when I talk about these altcoins a lot, yesterday we talked about this a lot as well. When you're sitting up here, you don't care if you bought the top here or bought the top here and then it dumped again. You're just looking at this as like, hey, this was a nice average entry point. This was the bottom, and now we're off to the races, and you can just enjoy those gains. Pretty nice. So yeah, we'll see what happens. Maybe we can break above here, go for that next target on Solana. Green dot printing on your 30-minute. Let's check the daily. Woohoo, baby, daily green dot printing. Oh man, this stuff might rip, guys. I'm not gonna lie. Let's see. Yo, shout out to your mind says we bought at zero, Frankie. Let's go. I got Sol, Link, ADA, AVAX, and XRP at an price. But yeah, shout out to you, man. Yeah, we were buying at zero. I remember. Yeah, the shout out to Kembro. Yeah, the KuCoin DCA bot story. I started running those DCA bots. Little did I know, and I think a lot of people think like, oh man, like, Frankie Candles must always get the bottom, right? No. I bought here, and then it went to zero. But look how I managed that, right? A lot of people would have panic sold here, and you would have lost 81% of your gains, right? Or 81% of your bag, right? Only to eventually be up. And this is what I mean by trying to have a longer-term outlook. When I was DCAing in here, that was with the thought that it was going to be a long-term buying opportunity, right? I was looking to hold this into the next bull market. And because I believed in the project, I just kept buying, right? And then look at where we are now, up almost 800%. So yeah. But yeah, shout out Kembro actually remembers, and I guess your mind remembers as well. So yeah, we don't just say this stuff. We actually do it. Bear market talks. Yeah, shout out to International. Trying to tell people that things are going to go back up after this is very hard to do. Not a lot of people are like, everyone's just like, yeah, okay, bro, this thing's at zero. Literally, you're trying to tell me this is a good buy. Thing's at zero. And I'm just like, listen, I've been through this. I've been through this a few times. And again, it could have gone to zero, but we got lucky. All right, let's see. 100K live on stream would be lit. Yeah, shout out to Wick 589. It would be 100. Absolutely. We can take a look at XRP. Let's see. Peak is looking like Solana in the beginning. Could you have a look, Frankie? Shout out to Lars. Let's take a look at Peak, guys. Speaking of DCAing into coins, guys, I am and have started DCAing into Peak. I let it drop. They did have a pre-sale, right? So that pre-sale selling pressure could potentially still push things to the downside here for Peak. But I am DCAing in, and this is another thing. Like, listen, could this never pump? Maybe. I don't know. I am not here to tell you what to buy or why. I could talk about why I bought it or why I might look to buy it. This is never financial advice, but this is just another situation where, I let this thing drop. I started my DCA bot, I think here. Buy. Oh my God, but you bought up here and it dumped. Absolutely. Buy, right? Oh my God, but what if it dumps again? Buy. Right now, I'm not just dumping all my money in here until it goes to zero, but you have to actually have some kind of a plan. But I will say, just for the record, I have started DCing into peak. So, and again, this is hard to say, just like we looked at Solana. Like, people might be like, I don't know. It's scary to buy something when it looks like this. No one wants to buy it until it starts looking like this. And they're like, should I buy this? And it's like, it could still go up, but, you should have been buying down here. No, no one wants to pull the trigger down here. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Maybe I get wrecked on peak, but I am buying this heavily. So, yeah, maybe I'll make a video about this, kind of talking about the project a little bit. But, yeah, we'll see what happens. Shout out to Felix, says, Frankie, do you hold precious metals? I do not really hold precious metals, like other than like some jewelry, I guess. Not that that's a good, if you're looking to invest in precious metals, guys, like jewelry is not really the way to do it, in my opinion, unless you're willing to pay a premium, right? Because you got to pay the labor to have the jewelry made. So, you're not going to pay, if you buy like a giant gold Cuban chain, you're going to pay way over spot price for that, right? Because you got to pay for the labor, which is fine. I don't have a problem with that. It'll still hold its value, its weight in gold, but you're going to pay more than the spot price, obviously. And to be honest, just his calves of steel, shout out to Shirley Sound. They're actually made out of solid gold, guys. The calves are solid gold. Maybe I actually don't have shoes on right now. I don't want to show the dogs on stream here. We might get banned. But yeah, I don't hold any real precious metal. If I do, I probably will at some point. I'll probably hold it in the form of jewelry, to be honest, because yeah, I don't know. Here's the thing. I'd rather hold Bitcoin. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I'm not saying precious metals are a bad investment by any means at all, right? Like, it's not what I'm saying. But to be quite honest, if I wanted to buy a whole lot of gold, you got to hold it somewhere. You gotta store it somewhere. You can't pay people with it. You can't, it's just not practical, right? But Bitcoin and the argument of digital gold is huge, right? I can send you $100,000 in 20 minutes, 5 minutes, 15 minutes, depending on how quickly it goes through, right? So, and if you look at the Bitcoin chart, it just goes up and to the right over time, right? So, yeah, and eventually, the more time that goes by, the more it's going to wind up being a store of value, in my opinion, as that market cap gets higher, as the price action stabilizes. Yeah, so I would rather hold Bitcoin. Now, you could buy, paper gold, but at that point, it's like, I don't know. And then I was talking to Tony D about this too. It's like, well, what if the world goes, what if the world starts like going down, right? And like you're like, how are you going to pay with Bitcoin if there's no electricity or anything like that? At that point, I don't even know how much gold is going to hold a value, right? At that point, it's probably going to be like food, medication, and ammo that is the currency of that time, right? So again, I'm not saying gold is a bad investment by any means, right? At all. I think this is obvious. But that's just kind of why I don't hold any physical gold. But I do want some. I think it's cool to like collect precious metals, right? But yeah, I don't know. Let's see. Back to tally sticks. Yeah, shout out to Mike McCarthy. All right, let's go ahead and jump on into XRP. But yeah, guys, keep an eye on peak here. We'll see. I might even drop a little bag in here tonight. Instead of doing the slow DCA, I might kind of like compound down here. Let's see. Hey, shout out to Lars said, thank you for looking at peak, Frankie. Just bought a small bag myself, hoping it pumps. You're amazing, by the way. I know you're the real Satoshi. Shout out to Lars. Don't say that out loud, guys. I don't want to get, Anyway, definitely not Satoshi, guys. I definitely don't hop off the live stream and then buy a bunch of Bitcoin and pump it to 100K. If that happens tonight, it wasn't me. I'm just saying. So for the record, not me. I'm just kidding. But yeah, let's go ahead and continue on here. Life skills have the most value. Yeah, I mean, hey. You're going to be looking for people to like, grow your garden, right? Like if you don't know how to grow a garden or you don't have to build stuff, you're going to like, that's going to be high income skills in a dystopian situation. But yeah, I don't know. I really do want to get, that's why if I bought gold or precious metals, I would just buy it in the form of jewelry, right? Because like, then I just buy it to wear it. And then if anything goes down, it's like, oh, at least I got my weight of gold here in this giant chain or whatever it is. But yeah, let's go ahead and continue on here, guys. Let's take a look. We'll take a quick look at XRP up at $121, back at that value area high, baby. Let's go. This is the door. Well, no, I wouldn't say this is the doorway to higher prices, but this is the gate to get into, right? This is kind of like your like, the gate that people have in front of their house, right? Like this is the gate. Once we get through here, we can then approach the front door, right? This is the big mansion. This is the big mansion, the XRP mansion. Get through that gate and get your way to that front door or the doorway to higher prices. Flip that to support. If you knock on that door and they let you in, bing bong, right? Looking up towards about $1.91 up to about $2.52 for the value area high. So, just like we saw happen here. There is your front door. Knock, knock. Come on in, sir. Right to the POC, right to the value area high. Insane. We're looking for the same thing here. Break out of here. And again, is it going to happen instantly? I don't know. Is it going to fill the range as fast and cleanly as it did here? I don't know. But what I can tell you is if you wiggle your way up here, that is the level to flip to see that $1.92 and that 252 XRP. That's what I'm looking at. Simply put. So yeah. Other than that, again, guys, like I would like to look at the indicators here, but you have to understand that sometimes in a move like this, right, like when things are super bullish, we could see some bearish signs on an indicator. We could see bearish divergences, right, because you can say here, this is something I would look at for a potential bearish case. Peak above here. You have to remember this is technically just a deviation above the value area high, which is looked at as an overvalued asset for a potential return back into the range, move back down to the POC, move back down to the value area low. Now, again, I'm not expecting 60 cents to come back in hopefully anytime soon, but you have to look at that as a potential possibility, right? But remembering in the back of your head, we're in a bull market. If there's going to be a time where the bearish signs do not play out, it's going to be in a bull market. So I'd be careful looking for shorts here. I would be looking at those as scalps, just like on Bitcoin, right? Small scalp to the downside, bigger longs to the upside. So there you go. But, you know, with the way these higher time frames look, like even the 8-hour, 10-hour, even the 12-hour, right? You come up, put in a bearish divergence, right? That would be a pretty high time frame bear div if you get that lower high in your momentum wave. But again, money flow coming up here, I would definitely be cautious with those bearish signals. So I would kind of favor a move up here, flip that, and just send this thing. But we'll see. It's an if this then that situation, right? If we come up there, we'll look for maybe there's no bearish confirmations locally. We don't look to take a short. But yeah, that's what I'd be looking at on XRP. Whoo, baby, come on, baby, pump it. Somebody pump XRP. We got the Aztec King Cactus Moss Water today, guys. All right, let's see. Oh, shout out to Dreamland. We actually just looked at Peak. If you just scrub back one coin, we just looked at Peak if you want to check it out. Shout out to Allison, said, I have no idea how all these YouTubers today have totally missed the Total 3 breakout. Shout out to Allison. We did not miss the total breakout. I'll show you exactly what we looked at for Total 3. Well, number one, we were looking here as everybody was super, nervous here, looking at this 786 as a very, very key level of support. We slipped it slightly, regained it, but really what we were looking at way before we got the breakout here on Total 3 was this value. Actually, maybe I can pull this up. Actually, I think it was others, which, same difference here. Yeah. This, before we got the breakout on Total 3, we were looking at the approach of this value area low on others, right? Which is the total market cap excluding the top 10, right? So basically just like all the altcoins, right? Minus the huge ones. So flip that value area low, right? This is literally what we were looking for. And this is why I have been talking about accumulating a lot of the altcoins that I've been talking about, right? Move into the range, flip that to support. This is very bullish for altcoins, right? So, and actually don't know, did this, we can go back over to Total 3. So shout out to Allison. I don't know what YouTubers you're watching, but you gotta come hang out here with Frankie Candles. Yeah, I guess you're talking maybe about this breakout or maybe the breakout from this high. But yeah, this happened on the 13th, and the others thing we were looking at was on the 9th. So yeah, we were ahead of that. But yeah, shout out to Allison. Welcome to the CandleMafia. You're in the right place now. Just don't miss a stream because we don't talk about it every single day. I'll tell you that. All right, let's see. Bada boom, bada bing. Where can I buy Total 3 crypto? My exchange doesn't have it. Shout out to Wake 589. I know you're joking, bro. I know you're joking. But yeah, let's go ahead and continue on here. Let's go back. Okay. So we looked at XRP, took a look at Solana, took a look at Ethereum. We took a quick look at Peak. Let's take a quick look at TIA. I know a lot of people are looking for TIA right now. Also, guys, like take a look at Dogecoin, just because all this stuff kind of played out over the past day. What were we looking at on Dogecoin on yesterday's live stream? Right? Looking at this volume profile, not only, this is where we were pulling up the Frankie Candles Essentials. Oops. Free indicator from Luxalgo. Shout out to Luxalgo. If you guys want to check them out, link in the description down below. This indicator is free, but they also have amazing paid indicators, which we look at very often. But I do just want to bring this up on the Frank Candles Essentials because this is what we were looking at. I actually pulled this range on it's a 15-minute range, but what we were looking at was the 12-minute right here. Come on. Print it, baby. Print it. There we go, right? Deviation below the local volume profile. Looking for this, right? You get the bullish divergences below the low. Sauce can prints. We get the move back into the range. We go for a little golden pocket 786 retracement of the whole move up. This is where you're looking for higher lows. Come on. Come on. Come down to that golden pocket 786. That's your support. And what were we looking for here? We were looking for the return into the volume profile. Got rejected once, came back in right to the POC, held it right to the value area high. That is your simple volume profile trade. And just to show the crazy volatility in the market right now, like just that big retracement to the 786 before getting into the range. But yeah, shout out to anybody who was watching last night. This was another thing that we were looking at as we were tapping on this door, looking to hold it, go to the POC and the value area high. Again, the value area filled in full. Insane. Absolutely insane. And now we're kind of just still bing-bonging around in here. I guess we could do Doge TA if that's what you guys want. Yeah, shout out to T has got to be one of my favorite alts. Where my Spanish holders at? Shout out to Wick 589. Ada looking cuppy on the 1 hour. Let's go. Shout out to Shirley Sound. My ETH and R bags are finally woke up. Yeah, shout out to Mike. A lot of stuff finally waking up now. But yeah, let's go ahead and take a look here. Checking on Bitcoin once again. Just still kind of bing-bonging around here on the... Just kind of bing-bonging around here on inside the value area. I mean, but look at that. You can't make it up, guys. These volume profiles will absolutely change your life. Flip it, POC, value area high. Free indicator. Free tool to use. Absolutely beautiful. We took a shout out to Colin. Welcome in, bro. We actually did just take a look at XRP. If you scrub back just a little bit. Let's see. All right. So let's go ahead and take a quick look. I guess we could take a look at Doge. I mean, there's not really much to update on Doge, right? Because yesterday we were looking for the fill of this range. We got it. POC, value area high, back down to the low, back to the POC. So, you know, this is still kind of your local value area that I would be watching, right? Simply put, value area low, sitting at 39.50. POC, whoops. Come on. POC sitting here at about 39 cents, almost 0.389, and then your value area low sitting at, 38 cents, right? So that's your key level of support. Flip that POC. I'm looking back up towards the value area high. These are all labeled POC, so just ignore that. I'm not going to change it because I'm not going to spend the time. But yeah, 39.394. That's going to be the value area high. Once you break out of here, I mean, this is just local, to be quite honest. Obviously, Dogecoin has made a massive move to the upside here. So don't sleep on the actual macro analysis. As, again, approach that value area low, knock on the door, flip it to support, right to the POC, right to the value area high, and now we're looking to potentially see if we can crack out of here. So we'll see what happens. If you break out of this, I'll be honest with you, there's not much above you except for this upper value area sitting between 45 cents. You break 45 cents, I'd look for the fill up to 53 and then 63 cents. And you break out of there, you're into all-time highs. Price discovery for the most part once you crack the all-time high at about 74 cents. But really, this is kind of your last technical area to look. Once you get through this range and break out, crack that all-time high. Price discovery for good old Doge. So shout out to anybody holding Dogecoin. Let's go. Let's see. Chemistry Bro said smash that like button, guys. Don't forget to smash that like button. It is the easiest and most free way to help support the channel. Definitely check out the like button, guys. Link in the description down below. Go ahead and click it. Go ahead and click it, and you'll get a free trial of the like button. Let's see. Jay Jeweler says 100K by 4 a.m. Chainlink. 100K for Chainlink? I think he's joking. I think he's asking to see chain link. But let's take a quick look. We could take a look at chain link as well. All-time high. Shout out to Gifted Kings. Shout out to you, bro. I could try to take a look at that. Let me see here. Let me just write that down real quick. Let me just write some of these down. So we got Tia. We'll take a look at Tia. We'll take a look at Dot. We'll take a look at a lot of people want to see Dot. Let's see. Okay, any DSI plays you're looking at, Frankie? Shout out to Benny Blue. No, not really. Just simple answer there. Not for any reason. Not like I don't believe in DSI or anything like that. I just don't. I'm not looking at any of those projects right now. Not because I don't look bullish. Just you can only look at so much stuff, right? I talk about this when it comes to crypto. It's like shiny object syndrome. You don't want to get caught up. Like you don't want to get too caught up chasing like the next shiny object. Obviously, you want to try to narrative hop where the hype is. But yeah, just for me, no DSI. But I probably will miss out. You know, it's inevitable that you're going to miss out on some gains somewhere, right? So you don't want to go chasing that. But yeah, if you got any good ones you want me to look at, let me know. Yeah, okay, so Link. Yeah, is Matic going to run? We could try to take a look at Matic. Casper. I don't know if I'm going to get all to all of these guys, but we're going to try AVAX. All right, so I'll take those for now. But let's go ahead and take a quick look at Tia, guys, because Tia is something that I've been covering heavily on the live stream. Why is that? It's simply because it's been hanging out around here below its macro, or not below, but on its macro value area low. And this could potentially be the next last, or the best last chance, the last best chance to potentially pick up some Tia. Now, I have been accumulating all through this range. We've been taking a look at Tia all throughout this range saying, guys, listen, can this thing go lower? Potentially. But, you know, with its 2024 highs up here and this accumulation and Ethereum already broken out into its 2024 highs, Dogecoin already broken out into its 2021 highs, which is above this, and a lot of other altcoins have already come into these ranges and started filling. You don't want to buy the ones that pumped already, right? At least in my opinion. And you can buy the pumpers if you want, but you're chasing something that's kind of already played out, right? Not that they can't play out more, but bear with me 1 second here, guys. I'm sorry. Let me, real quick. I feel like I need to brighten this light real quick. Oh, no. You know what I have to do? Actually, never mind, guys. I just figured out. Whoops. I just figured out. Oh, tell me this. Okay. I just figured out why. Hang on. I know why my camera's flickering. I just figured it out. All right, never mind. I must have accidentally... All right, whatever. I'll fix it later. I must have accidentally hit a button on the camera when I turned it on. But either way, guys, here on Tia, who cares about the flickering lights? We got Tia here at the value area low. I mean, listen, even if it comes back down, like... This is, I don't know how much lower people want the alts to go, right? Everyone wants to chase the pumpers. Nobody wants to buy them down here because, like, I guess they think it's, like, bearish because it's low. So, yeah, I don't know. You know, value area low is your key level of support here. If you hold, I mean, look at how they are respected, guys. Insane, right? You come down to the low, boom. But value area low, 490, not too shabby. Value area high and the POC are both at the top of the range, sitting at about 650. I mean, like, even from value area low to value area high is a 32% gain. And that's not even zooming out at all, right? You start to zoom out, and you're like, oh, okay, we haven't even gotten into the 2024 highs, which, by the way, from the current price, not the bottom of the range, is 60%. POC, 127%. Value area high, 193%. And that is before. There is no all-time highs in 2021 for Tia, right? That is, once you break above here, price discovery. I'm not saying it's going to, you know, $77. Who knows? But, yeah, and, you know, another thing we've been looking at on Tia, guys, this week, right? We even talked about this last week, saying, are we going to get that green dot to start printing? We got this to start printing on Sunday, right? So you got that weekly green dot printing, and if you take a look at the 10-hour, we started to get that 10-hour money flow crossover into the green, where we have that market cipher B116 strategy with a high time frame green dot with the money flow crossovers into the green on the lower time frames. So I don't know. Like, the writing's been on the wall. We're here. I've been buying it. Hopefully you guys take this information. And again, I'm not telling you to do this, but, hopefully you take that information, go back to your own analysis, and you're either like, wow, this actually does look pretty saucy, or this guy Frankie Candles is crazy. T is going to 0. Either way, you got to make your own decisions. But, yeah, I don't know. Money flow crossover on, weekly green dot. I don't know. Even the 2-day money flow, another thing we've been looking at, really trying to scoot to the upside here. We get that 2-day money flow crossover, that full 10-hour money flow crossover, and that weekly green dot to confirm. We may be able to start seeing moves up for TIA. And either way, even if those signals don't give us the move, I will still be consolidating. I still will be accumulating this down here. Very simply put. Bada boom, bada bing. Hey, shout out to Randy Hipper. What is going on? Welcome in, Randy. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you for coming to hang out. Okay, so let's go ahead and continue on here. So, yeah, I don't know. We'll see. So TIA, we took a look at TIA. Let's go ahead and take a look at DOT, which is in a very, very, very similar situation as TIA. And where are we at? DOT. There we go. Bada boom, bada bing. Shout out to the premium Discord. Got the alert on a short squeeze down here at 446 before getting back into its upper area of value, where we are now trying to hunt out that POC at 640. Simple analysis here. I mean, this was a little bit more advanced looking for the short squeeze, but we caught that short squeeze at about 446, I believe, and then saw that squeeze play out perfectly to the upside. We look to reclaim that previous value area. We claim it. And now we're potentially looking to get that move up towards that POC of the range, flip that POC up into the value area high, sitting at about 790 for Polkadot. And now Polkadot, in my opinion, is very undervalued right now, as, to be quite honest, you look at this, guys, from the current price to the value area low at 1430 is 144%. Polkadot right now, guys, Polkadot right now to its previous all-time high, from the current price to its previous all-time high, is an 800% gain. That is like when I was buying Solana down at $30, right? That is like the same gain that I got for that. But we have an opportunity right now. Or I have an opportunity right now. You have to do what you think is right. I'm going to do what I think is right. But, yeah, we'll see. Are we going to be able to hit that old all-time high? Hopefully. Hopefully the dinosaur coins will get some kind of a run here. But, yeah, I mean, simply put, we've been talking about Polkadot for a while here. So, it all remains the same. Flip that POC, looking for the value area high. Other than that, key levels above remain exactly the same. We'll talk about this when we get here. But locally, you're just within your volume profile. If you lose, which hopefully we don't have to do, but if you lose that value area low at 491, I'd look down towards this lower value area, right? Now this golden pocket has moved up slightly, but these would still be key levels of support if you do get a retest, right? Which I hopefully you don't have to do. But if you did come down, I'd look at the value area high golden pocket, 786 POC, for potential support. But hopefully we can just stay. Whoops. Hopefully we can just stay inside this value area. Key level of support, 492 on Polkadot. So there you go. Let's see. Let's see. Shout out to Robert Jones, says, sound at max, but I can barely hear you. That is the opposite of what we typically hear here. Typically we hear, oh my God, you just deafened my entire family and my kids are crying because you're screaming into the microphone. Shout out to Robert Jones. Yeah, can you guys hear me good? Can you hear me good? Let's see. How do we know? Shout out to OT, says, how do we know if it's if DOT isn't just old and dying tech? That is the risk of investing. That is the risk of investing, my friend. I mean, listen, I think personally right now, is it going to go back up to its old all-time high? Like this, I think a lot of people think it's a guarantee that like all the old coins, like I think like some people have like an older outlook on crypto where they think that like just because DOT made an all-time high and came back down, like I like that you brought that up, right? Because that is definitely a possibility, right? Like now, is this not going to pump? I highly doubt it, right? And I'm betting on that. Does it mean that you should buy it? I don't know, right? Like you have to make your own decisions. In crypto, the biggest kind of issue is obviously YouTubers and stuff. Like, we can come up here and give good information, but what people really are looking for, which is the wrong thing to look for, is they're just looking for someone to tell them what to do. And this is not how things work, right? You have to make your own decisions, right? Unless you're gonna like pay a financial advisor or a professional, someone who has a license to invest for you. This is not how this works, right? Like, crypto is the wild, wild west. Crypto works off of speculation, right? And this is why I say you do have to be careful with the dinosaur coins, right? You do want to make sure you're holding a lot of new projects because, there's not going to be maybe as much hype around Polkadot now as there was last cycle. Now, does that mean that it's definitely going to be that way? Absolutely not. I do think Polkadot's going to run in some form or fashion here. Is it going to make it all the way up to its all-time high? I think people just kind of put all altcoins in the situation, frame of mind that they look at Bitcoin in, where it's like, oh, well, it made its all-time high here, right? And then Bitcoin goes into a bear market, and then eventually it's going to have to break its all-time high, right? Like, that's not necessarily the case with all altcoins, right? So it has a lot to do. You have to understand the circulating supply, market cap, all this stuff, right? So, like, is Polkadot guaranteed to come back up to its old all-time high? No. But do I think it has room to pump from here? I do. I don't think it's not going to move. Like, I think the chances of a crazy bull market happening and DOT just, like, going to zero while the bull market is going on is pretty low. Is that 0% chance? No. But I'm prepared to take that risk, right? So, yeah, there you go. Hopefully that kind of gives you some insight into how I look at things. XRP is mooning. She's pushing, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Come on. She's breaking through the gates, guys. She's breaking through the gates. Can we make it to the front door? Can we make it to the front door? Hopefully we can. Let's take a look here. Bitcoin's still kind of wiggling around in its local value area. Come on. Bitcoin, we thought you were going to be the one that was going to give us the big moves here, but now it's XRP. Been sleeping forever, and now XRP is moving more than Bitcoin at the moment. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, shout out to Frankie's the gist of new tokens like TIA that are still bottomed have a little more risk but more upside, but something older that is still bottomed might be less risky with less assured money. Yeah, shout out to Wick 589. That's kind of how I look at it. At the end of the day, everything is risky, right? Life is risky. Waking up is risky. Getting in your car is risky. Taking a drink of water is risky. Eating a corn muffin is risky, right? Obviously. But, yeah, I mean, I would say, like, listen, like, is it a little bit more? I mean, it really depends, right? Like, yeah, I would kind of say, like, the chances of TIA, right? TIA's still new, right? TIA has could get, like, more hype this cycle potentially because it's newer. But that's not to say that DOT's not going to have a lot of hype this cycle either. It's just something you want to think about. But yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens. But yeah, I would kind of look at it that way, right? Like, sure, to the all-time high here on TIA, it's only 289%. But once you're at this level, right, like, DOT has a bunch of resistance above this, right? This is price discovery for TIA, right? So you start breaking that old all-time high, it's kind of just like, see where that thing goes. Where DOT has a bunch of resistance above. So yeah, and listen, this is the thing as well, guys. You are not, right, or I am not, and I don't think anyone really, in my opinion, this is not how I invest, right? Like, I am not going to buy DOT here and just wait for an all-time high. That is not how investing works, right? This is how 99% of people lose money in crypto. They just simply think that they're going to, buy here and then they're just going to hold it to the top and sell. It sounds easy. It is simple, but it is not easy, guys. Most people lose their money in crypto because of this, right? A lot of people make money, but way more people lose money. And it's because of that reason, mostly because they never take profits. You have to pay yourself. Even if you make way less profits and you sell way too early, that is better than holding on for the all-time high and trying to snipe that top. You are way more likely to make more money selling earlier. But in my opinion, we're not there yet, obviously. So there you go. Let's see. Let's melt faces this weekend. Let's go. Shout out to Allison. I hope so. Yeah, shout out to Wick 589. Said that's called trading. Let's get it. Like police are back. Shout out to Jay Violet. Smash that like button, guys. 1,000 likes. We're giving away a whole lot of Solana, baby. Giving a whole lot of Solana. Bought BTC at 50K and thought I was late. Yeah, shout out to Mike E20. Yeah, and that's what I mean, right? Like, it's kind of like with Dogecoin. And we said this the other day, right? Or I said this the other day. I don't know. I said we. Here's the thing, right? Like, is Dogecoin going to pump? I think so. Is Dogecoin going to make an all-time high? In my personal opinion, I do think so, right? And this has to do with many things, right? Like you have the Elon Musk narrative, right? And like meme coins, right? It's like the godfather of meme coins. So I do think you will make all-time highs, right? So if you buy the top of these green candles, are you going to make money on Doge? Probably, right? Assuming that it's not just going to go to zero from here, you're probably at some point going to be up. But if you have, what I think, right? And I'm not saying that you shouldn't ever buy Doge, right? But, this has already gotten a huge rip, right? And this is just, again, like, can you make money here? Absolutely. Would you make more money if you wait for a pullback and then buy in? Sure. But I do think that we are potentially at that point in the cycle where it may be risky to try and wait for pullbacks. Like, you could just be entering that area of the market where it's just like super, super risky to sit and wait for pullbacks because you might not get them, right? And then you get a little pullback and you're like, oh, I'll wait for a little lower, and then it just rips again. And then eventually you wind up not buying it. But you can avoid that whole like garbage situation by buying low, right? Not being scared when price is dumping. It's kind of counterintuitive because it's hard for new people to understand, because obviously it's like kind of with the same thing with trading, right? It's like people get very confused because they're like, why are you looking for shorts right now as price is pumping? Because this is where you are supposed to look for shorts, right? You don't look for shorts when price comes down. This is like, and this is very easy to confuse if you're new to trading. People think, oh, we're dumping, where can I short? It's like you miss the best short opportunity. The best short opportunity is looking for the shorts as price is coming up. This is where you want to look for shorts as you're coming up, not down here. Most people see the dump and they're like, oh my God, this is bearish, I'm going to short, right? And then they short the bottom and they get wrecked. This is why most people lose at trading. But it's kind of like the same thing with investing, right? It's the exact same thing. Nobody wants to buy like Dogecoin when it's dumping, right? Because they think like, oh, this is going down. But this is when you want to get in, right? I know it sounds simple, but like a lot of people don't look at the market like that when they're new. And trading kind of breaks it down, because like on any even smaller time frame, like I see it all the time. People are like, I don't get it, we're pumping. Why the heck are you looking for shorts? It's like, because the next likely thing to happen here for a trade is that you're going to pull back, right? And we capitalize on that. And then we look for the bigger long position, right, when you come down to maybe a golden pocket 786 or something like that. But nobody wants to, everyone sees this move down. By the time we're looking to buy, everyone's looking to sell because they're scared, right? They're like, oh my God, now I should sell because it went down. It's not true though. It's like that in the bull market too. Like when Bitcoin makes its all-time high for this cycle, guys, whether it's 150, 100, 250, a million, whatever it is, whatever that all-time high is, you better believe that people are going to be screaming for way higher. Anytime I have sold the top perfectly or bought the bottom perfectly, it feels like the stupidest thing ever. When I'm like, you know what? I'm going to buy some of this. When I bought Solana starting around $10, right, it felt like the dumbest thing ever. I was like, this thing is literally at zero, like literally like it looks like a scam, and I'm going to buy it, right? It was the best trades are the hardest ones to make. It's hard to buy Solana down here as it's dumping because everyone's scared. You know who probably shorted here? A ton of people who thought it was going to zero, and they all got slammed, right? It's hard to buy on this. And it's just in that same manner, it is hard to sell on this, right? The chart is the chart. This is the same thing as this, right? This is a bottom, right? Or this is now a top because I inverted the chart, right? Like it's the same thing. And it's like, it's very simple. It's like buying fear and selling greed, right? No one wants to buy this. Everyone wants to sell this. It's the same thing here. Everyone wants to buy up here. Everything is bullish. Every thumbnail is green. Everyone on Twitter is calling for $1 billion. But it's going to feel stupid to sell here. You're going to feel like you're missing out on money. But you're probably, if you feel like that, it's probably not a bad time to take some profit off the table. So just keep that in mind, especially going into a new bull run, guys. Be careful out there. The trend is your friend until the end. Absolutely. Absolutely. All right, let's see. Ada pumping. Let's take a look at Cardano here. Oh, baby, she ripping. What are we on here? We're on the 3-day, so this is not okay, so there we go. More like, okay, now she's ripping. I mean, here we are, guys. Here we are. Ooh, baby, that looks like a nice little rounded bottom there. Woohoo! You know we like those rounded bottoms here. But approaching key resistance here, guys. We kind of got a lot of resistance up here. And, again, we've been looking at Cardano for quite some time on the live stream here. Resistance until proven otherwise, right? We have, the value at mad levels in here. We got mad levels, right? You got the golden pocket retracement of the entire move down here, or not entire move from this lower high all the way to the low. Golden pocket, that's a key level. You could probably even separate some of these, but for the most part, between 84 and $1.03, that 84 cents and $1.03, this is a huge zone of resistance. But you could kind of separate it. You have a value area low, right? Daily naked point of control, golden pocket, number 1. That's your target. That's kind of zone number 1. Zone number 2 is going to be sitting here between about 95 and $1.02. Weekly naked point of control, 786. Once you break that, right, your doorway to higher prices on this is going to be your value area low, which is sitting at about 89 cents. You start flipping this. This opens up the opportunity to potentially start your journey towards that POC, but you have to understand there are local levels here that could give you a little bit of a hang up. Right? Bada boom, come back down, maybe bing bong around. But at that point, you're accepted into your range and you're looking to go towards that POC, flip that POC, and look to go up to the high. And that is coming in POC at $1.21, value area high at $1.81. Right? So that's just simply what I'd be looking at on Cardano. And it was the same thing with Cardano as it was with like Polkadot. Right? We had our lower accumulation range. Let me repull this. Lower accumulation range. Actually, we already got a breakout earlier here. We never really got a huge breakout on DOT like this. But lower accumulation, we get the breakout. You get attracted towards that previous area of balance. You get rejected. You come back down. And you actually retrace all the way down to that value area low. Right? Which was this a golden pocket 786 retracement? I wouldn't be surprised if it was. I can't really see. Yeah, so you basically came down to the 786. I can't see because these drawings. But yeah, you came down for that value area low test, and then you got the bigger move up. But DOT is kind of, like Polkadot is kind of just chilling down here. Right? And again, is Polkadot never going to pump? Maybe, right? But again, I'm prepared to take that risk. Right? I don't have all my money in Polkadot. And I don't, so yeah, I mean, beauty of the volume profiles here. Get back in, back down to the low. You break out. Look to go back to that value area low. I mean, this is how all the altcoins are moving. This is how they're going to move, right? Very simply put. So break above this, just going to be looking for the fill. Just like when we broke down below this value area high, you look to go to the POC and the value area low. Same thing here, but in the flipped version. Flip the value area low, go to the POC and then the high. The exact opposite of this. It's all the same thing, regardless of what time frame you're looking at. So that's what I look at on Cardano. Those are the key levels. So we'll see. She's pushing, though. She's going for the test. We'll see what happens. Let's see if we can push up into that golden pocket at 85 cents. God, Bitcoin. Come on. Bitcoin, wake up. What are you doing here? All right, let's see. It's getting crazy, baby. It's getting crazy. Let's go. Bada boom. So when are you taking some profits on that soul bag? For what it's worth, right? Now that we are, breaching, we are approaching that all-time high. This actually wouldn't even be a bad place to potentially take some up. But with where we are in the cycle, right? Here's the thing. When it comes to taking profit, right? There is a difference between where we are in the cycle now, right? Like when we go to Bitcoin, right? And we look at this old all-time high, right? 2021. This looks like it was very toppy, right? We had the weekly bearish divergence. We had the monthly bearish divergence. Like we had money flow coming down the weekly. We had tons of reasons to be looking at this as a macro top. But overall, one of the big reasons you would be actually open to this potentially being the top is because cyclically, right, based off the 4-year cycle, this was very close to where we were expecting the tops to come in, right, or the top to come in, right? It was right on time. It was right on time with the 4-year cycle. And, right, from the halving, it was, whoops, I was going to say 574 days was the second top, and the first top was 336 days. From the halving in 2017, or the halving in the 2017 cycle, 523 days. And these were all calculations we were doing, leading up into this run, right? 546, 532, right? And it doesn't always line up perfectly. Boom, right? 364, right? But when you look at the timing of the cycle, it's not very often that you just like rip up and then top out immediately, right? You always wind up coming into and topping around similar times, right? If you know anything about the Fourier cycles, if you watch any of our videos or have heard us talk about the Fourier cycle ever, they rhyme, right? It's not always exactly the same, but history doesn't always repeat. It does rhyme oftentimes, though, right? So this was kind of like more towards where we would expect a top, right? Kind of both of these, to be quite honest, right? Because what was this? This was 360. So yeah, like this is not necessarily the same thing that we're seeing. We were going to top out right now. Like we haven't seen the real alt season that people think about, right? I do think we have a lot more to run here. Even if Bitcoin were to top out at like 150K, that could be a. We're very likely not near the top, right? But like once Bitcoin makes an explosive all-time high, right, and the altcoins really start to run and they're all making new all-time highs, I expect Solana to make big all-time highs, big new all-time highs. The chances of Solana topping out here and like going into a massive bear market is not very high in my opinion, right? Based off my strategies. So, if someone said, hey, I'm going to take a little off the table here for Solana, I'd be like, that's smart. So I have not taken profits, but if someone were to take profits here, I'd be like, that's a good idea, right? But based off my plan, I'm waiting for all-time highs. But that doesn't mean, and again, if we were at a different point in the cycle, I would be viewing this differently, right? If we were 500 days into the cycle, right? And like Bitcoin's making an all-time high, all-time high. Alts are absolutely ripping, massive moves. There's a clear alt season that comes in. The market cap is like breaking off into way new all-time highs. That's different, right? If it lines up with the 4-year cycle, that's kind of where I would be looking to lock in on some alts. But I do think you have a lot more room here to run on Solana. So yeah, there you go. Not a bad time to take some profit at all-time highs, but for me, I'm looking to hold longer. But it's based off a plan, right? I have a plan. I'm not just randomly hoping for a magic number of $1,000 or something, and I'm going to sell all my bags there. So this is kind of like the first stage, right? But a lot of people are in a weird situation because a lot of people come into crypto right here. They don't have a lot of room for pullbacks. I have plenty of room for a pullback, right? If Solana goes and makes a new all-time high and pulls back to its previous breakout area, right? Like I'm not down on my Solana. I'm massively up, right? So I can endure these pullbacks. I have a lot of wiggle room, right? My average buy is down here. So a lot of people are different, though. A lot of people get in here, right? And then like they don't have a lot of room to pull back before they're in the red. But if you're in a situation like this, take this for what it's worth. Don't miss the next cycle. And not that you miss this cycle. There's still plenty of room to make money here. Don't get me wrong. But don't miss the best chance to get in on the next cycle, right? When things are dumping, when crypto's boring, when the news says it's a scam, that's when you want to pay attention the most. So there you go. All right, let's see. Yeah, maybe we can, BTC dominance starting to drop. I mean, guys, let's take a look at Bitcoin dominance real quick. And let me actually pull up our actual Bitcoin dominance chart that we have. BTC Dom. Where is it? Let me pull up a higher time frame. Where is it? Okay, so guys, where is this? We don't check Bitcoin dominance often, but when we do, we look at key levels. The last time we looked at Bitcoin dominance, I think was like around here. And we were saying the next big level for me, in my opinion, for Bitcoin dominance was this golden pocket. We have now come up and tapped that. So not impossible, maybe this is where we start to see Bitcoin dominance kind of roll off a little bit and potentially see the alts start to get moves. That would be nice. That would be nice here. But we have come up and tapped that, right? Like if we come on down to a lower time frame, when did we this happened today, right? The big dump on that dominance, at least here on the 45-minute. So we have come up to a very key level. Let it be known. You heard it here first. Somebody clip it. We have now tapped at least my Frankie Candle's first major key level on Bitcoin dominance. This does not guarantee alt season, but it is worth taking note. We have come, like we've been waiting. A lot of people didn't think it was going to come this high, but 61, I was even willing to look up towards about 62%. So we'll see. We've come up here. See if we get the retracement. Unless Bitcoin goes on a monumental run and we just rip up to that 786 and the alts stall out for a much longer and Bitcoin just absolutely rips. But we'll see what happens. We have come up. Alert, alert, alert. We have come up to a key level on Bitcoin dominance. Key. We'll come back in and check on this in the next couple of weeks. Shout out to Janess. Says, with more people able to gather info quickly, maybe we can expect cycles to move faster with better diversification, better dissemination of info along with social media. Potentially, that could be the case. I mean, there's a lot of kind of predictions / theories on faster cycles, longer cycles. In my opinion, guys, there's a lot of stuff that goes around on that. And I've just always stuck to the idea that the cycles oftentimes rhyme. Almost every single time. Where are we at? Let me pull up the cycle chart again. Right? They oftentimes rhyme. I mean, you can't make it up. I could even hide all this and start pulling up some of these measurements, right? So let me pull some of these up, right? Like just some of these measurements. I made this so long ago, but a lot of this stuff really, oh wow, did some of this stuff get deleted? Let me unhide some of this stuff, guys, because this is, okay, so here we are. I'll delete some of these fibs. And yeah, look at this. This was from a while ago. 150K. This is all obviously very speculative. But let me just hide this for now. But those fibs, these have been the fib targets for so long, guys. Like this level that we're in right now, you know, between about 91 and 102K, like this has been the target that we've been looking at forever. And we are finally up there. Like, I mean, forever. Like ever since like back here, we've been looking at these targets. Like imagine $102,000 Bitcoin, guys, would be likely the next stop if we make those all-time highs that we might get clung up on. We're in that zone. But just to kind of show this, right? This just shows measurements between the bottoms, the bottoms and the halvings, the tops and the halvings, all that good stuff, right? Back here, cycle bottom, you can't really see this, right? Cycle bottom came 77 days after the halving. In this cycle bottom came 882 days after the halving. And then the bottom came 924 days after the halving. So depending on how you're measuring the cycles, right? Like if you go from halving to bottom or, you know, having an all-time high, I think that's kind of what I would look at it as. But, you know, this shows that over time, the distance between the halvings and the bottoms actually get longer over time. So if you're measuring that way, technically the full kind of, right, the full kind of 931 days, right, winds up getting longer over time, right? 924, 882, 777, right? Kind of weird. 777, almost 888, almost 9. Man, maybe not. That might be just like trying to make things make sense when they don't. But it definitely is trending up over time. Now, does this mean this one's definitely going to take longer to get back to the bottom? I don't know. But you know, for me, you know, a lot of people have theories. I got to look at the information, right? And there's a lot of information that you can look at, not just comparing it to the past. You have to analyze what's different this cycle. Could it make it shorter? Could it make it longer? It's a lot of research that you would have to do. But just looking at history, they have gotten, you know, from halving to bottom, have gotten longer over time. So take that for what it's worth. All right, let's see. My bag's pumping as well. Which color Lambo? Yo, let's go. I don't know. I don't know. What color Lambo should we got? I mean, we got to do Frankie Candle's colors. We got to do like, actually, you know what I would like? Like a flat or non-metallic gray, not matte, but non-metallic gray with purple accents. Woo-hoo, baby. I don't know. Enjoy in the ATL. You can have whatever you like. They have like in New York. You can't even have like colored lights in your car. Down in the ATL, you can literally have whatever color underglow you want. It's insane. So my Lambo would be matte gray with purple lights. Probably what I'd go for. But to be honest, I'd probably go for a McLaren. To be honest, I don't know. I just feel like when you get to supercar territory, I feel like the Huracans or just like Lambos in general, unless you got like an Aventador or something, I just feel like everybody, like out of supercars, I know everybody doesn't have a Lambo. I'm not out of touch here. I know everyone doesn't have a Lambo, but in the group of people who have Lambos or supercars, I feel like like the entry-level supercar is like a Lambo, a Huracan. The Aventador gets a little special. SVJs get even more special. But I just feel like not as many people have McLarens. So I just like to be a little different. Nah, you're right. Shout out to Hamza. Yeah. And that's not to say Huracans aren't amazing. Like, it's one of my favorite cars ever. Crazy. I've always been one of my favorite cars. So it's like, it's almost like get the Lambo to fulfill that childhood dream. But I don't know. Like, if you pull up to like a car meet or something, it's like, there's probably going to be a couple Huracans there. There might not be as many 720Ss. I don't know. I guess it's all preference, though. Urus, I don't know. I kind of like, I'll be honest. The Urus is cool. I like the Urus, but for $200 and whatever $1,000, $280,000, it's just like, I don't know. GT3 RS also fire. Yeah, I don't know. We can take a look at H-Bar. Let's take a look at H-Bar. Yeah, I don't know. Like, the Urus is just like, if I'm gonna spend, $200,000-$300,000 on a car, like, it's gotta be I don't know if I want it to just be like a fast SUV that you can literally get the Audi version for like a fraction of the price. It's literally the same platform, same car. I don't know. It's like you could flex a Urus, but I don't know. I'm not in it for the flex. I don't really care about that. I just like cars. I can't believe I don't regret my ancient XRP bag. Shout out to James. Yeah, absolutely, bro. My XRP bag, actually, I don't know. I don't really check. I'm always trading so much that like sometimes these spot bags go on the back burner. So let me see if I can get in here for a second. Let's see. Let me see if I can check my spot bags here on XRP, which I have been holding for literally ever. Let's see. Bada boom, bada bing. Let's check these real quick. It's not going to tell me what the full portfolio percentage is. What the heck? All right, well, I guess I can't tell you. I wish I could. Anyway, continuing on here. My opinion on a market crash. Shout out to TDK. I don't know if I'm allowed to talk about that right now. With Bitcoin so close to 100K, as badly as I do want to talk about it, I don't know if I'm allowed. People might come after me if I talk about a market crash. I'm just kidding. I'll talk about the bearish case in just a second. I guess it wouldn't be a trader stream if we don't look at the bearish case, and we did kind of look at the bearish case, but not a bigger bearish case. I'll kind of talk about if things get real crazy in the bearish manner, what we can look for. But let's go ahead and take a look at H-Bar here. Let me pull up a different chart. Let me get a little more. Mexi usually has good history. Come on. Let's see. Bada boom. Bitstamp usually has the most. All right, and it doesn't. Let's just pull up the Mexi chart, I guess. All right. H-Bar, Mexi. Do I actually, hang on. I probably already have a, what do you call it? Probably already have a H-Bar chart here. Bear with me, guys. Here we go. All right. So, yeah, look at H-Bar, baby. Let's go. So, yeah, I mean, to be quite honest, guys, like there's really not a lot to update here on a lot of the altcoins for people who tune into the stream every day. And we probably are. I've been saying this forever. Yo, shout out to Jesse. Thank you for the super chat, bro. He said, J Violet for mod, a.k.a. the like police. Smash that like button, guys. You don't want to piss off J Violet. I promise you. Smash the like button if you enjoy the streams, if we've been giving you any free value, if you guys have been watching those doorways to higher prices, if your bags are pumping, smash that like button, guys. And thank you to Jesse and J Violet for being the like police. I appreciate you guys so much. And also, shout out to Retro Mike Tech. I hit the wrong button, but hey, I liked it. Shout out to Retro Mike Tech. Says, fools running a Honda 2000. Yo, shout out to Retro Mike, and shout out to Fast and the Furious. Yo, Honda S2000s are lit as well. They're coming out with a new one as well. When I say I like cars, guys, I'm not joking. I actually do like cars. I wouldn't just like, that's what I mean. Like, it's like, when I get a new car, like people are going to be like, what even is that? It's like some off-brand, like niche batch-ordered supercar. Yeah, shout out to Flavor. Said depression and recessions are outlawed. All roads lead to money printer. Go brrr. Shout out to Flavor. Let's go. But yeah, let's see. For H-Bar, I mean, this is your upper value. And to be quite honest with you guys, Let me pull up the VPVR real quick. Big volume gap there, got filled pretty quickly. But to be quite honest with you, let's come up to the daily. Come on, volume. There we go. Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest, there's not much volume above these highs at about 18 cents. Pretty simply put, quick move down oftentimes leads to a quick move up. So really the next big level to look at would be the value area low at 23 cents. And I know that's like literally almost 100% from here, but there's not a lot here. Like big old volume fall off here. We start cracking this high. I would expect a somewhat of a, I guess maybe you could look at this. You can look at this range as well, which might give you a little bit of a lower level, but not much. Like, this is your next, like, big zone of resistance, is these two, this value area low and incorporated with this kind of local value area between about 0.196 all the way up to about 0.239. So, come on. Yeah. Let's see the right here. No. So, yeah, I mean, that's what I would look at, right? Like, this is kind of the next big zone to look at. There's really not much in the way. Start cracking this high, you're already in there. I would just look at it the way we looked at in the beginning. This is it, right? You start cracking this high, you're probably coming up to this value area low. You flip that value area low, that's your doorway to higher prices. Simply put, I don't want to overcomplicate it. It's the same thing as all the other alts, right? You had your lower accumulation. Nobody wants to buy H-bar down here. Everyone, oh my God, it's never coming back. It's going to zero. And now everyone's going to want to buy it. Probably not even now. They're probably going to want to buy it when it comes up here. But that's what I would look at. Hold above this value, this high volume node at about 11 cents. That would be the key level to stay above, in my opinion. You lose that, you're at risk of testing your value area high. You lose that, you're probably coming much lower. So yeah, that's what I would look at. Like sure, you're gonna have some intermediary levels, but the next level I'm willing to like really put weight on is gonna be this value area high. Get above that, look to fill the range. There you go. There's H-bar for the Mafia. Fear and Greed hit 94. We're getting a correction. Oh baby. Let's see. Bada boom, bada bing. H-bar about to pop. She's popping, baby. Money counter go. Brr, shout out to Jesse. 3.3% in 10 minutes. XRP stablecoin. Shout out to Wick 589. Let's go. I actually just saw a Trading View. If you guys go to Trading View, there's like I don't know where is this it? No, these are my ideas. There's a way where you can go like look at other people's ideas. And I saw one for XRP going to 589. And actually, I think, let me see if I could pull up what they were looking at. I think they were, that's Bitcoin. Why'd I click that? I would say, where's the Bitstamp chart? Yeah, I think what they were looking at was very simply put, like, I think they were just looking at, like, the technical target of this, like, giant triangle. Which I believe, like, I don't know how he was, like, pulling it. Like, I don't know exactly how it was, but it was either, like, the measured move of this triangle or probably looking at this as a flag. Yeah, so he must have been looking at, I don't know how he was looking at it, but he was looking at, like, some kind of measured move that was calling for 589. Oh, yeah, that must $1,400 incoming. So, yeah, I don't know exactly how he's pulling it, but it was something like that. He was looking at some kind of, like, measured move on the monthly, calling for $589. And here's what I will say about that, guys. If you want, okay, XRP to 589. If XRP goes to $589, is this possible? I'll say this. It is possible. It is totally possible if, because I know people want to hear this, and I don't want to say it's impossible, right? But the reason, as you guys know, I'm looking at like between $5 and $14 for XRP for the bullish case, right? But if XRP is going to go to 589, this is a meme, right? But if it goes to 589, I think it can go to $589 if you can have the market cap at $33.5 trillion. Simply put, yes, it could totally go to $589 as long as the market cap goes to $33 trillion, right? Now, when you start to look at something like CoinMarketCap and you start going through all the big boys, right? All the big boys. Solana, 404.2 billion. Bitcoin's market cap in the trillions, right? If you could see XRP, right? Like if you could see XRP at a $33 trillion market cap, then it's totally possible. So it's not impossible. You just got to get that market cap at $33 trillion. If you could do that, XRP can go to 589. If not, it's never going to happen. So we'll see. Hopefully it goes to 589. If it goes to 589, guys, I might be like one of the richest people alive. Probably along with no, probably not, because there's probably people that hold like ungodly amounts of XRP. I take that back. But I would be way richer than I thought ever possible. I would be like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of billions of dollars probably. I'm going to do the calculation if it goes to 589. But yeah, take 100 years probably, maybe. Yeah, like that's the thing, right? Like XRP to 589 one day, maybe. It all depends on what happens. XRP to 589 in the next year or so, like almost, in my opinion, right, 0% chance. But we'll see. Because you got to think of this. If XRP is at 33 trillion, is XRP the now highest market cap coin? Does XRP flip Bitcoin? If you think that's possible and that's your argument, then sure. If you have a reason for it to go to 33 trillion and flip Bitcoin's market cap, then there's an argument to be made that you can go to. But, for me, if I see XRP at 33 trillion in market cap, I'm thinking Bitcoin is God only knows, right? So, yeah, we'll see what happens. Let's see. I want, shout out to Nirvana said, do ADA now. I want a Rainbow Lambo collection. I mean, hey, ADA to $589. We could just have some fun here. Let's see. $21 trillion. So it'd be a 707x. If Cardano had the market cap of 21.1 trillion, one Cardano would be worth $589. So there you go. Arguably more realistic than XRP. Like, what would the price of Bitcoin need to be? Or let me change the market cap of Bitcoin. Can I change the... Yeah, so if I make the market cap... Oh, God. Let's see. If the market cap of Bitcoin was 33 trillion, the price of Bitcoin would be worth $1.7 million. So, yeah. I'm not going to do the math here, but, like, yeah, I would think, yeah, Bitcoin would have to be at, like, $10 million maybe, and then XRP goes to 589. Doing that rough math in my head is probably way off. But, yeah, that's what I would say. Let's see. Shout out to Wig589. I thought I just hit a button by accident. Thank you for the super chat, bro. Appreciate you. He says, Frank, you don't understand about XRP to 589. The aliens are already inside of us. Shout out to Wig589. Hey, I'm on that bandwagon, bro. I'm on that bandwagon. We live in a simulation. The aliens are here. Send this thing to 589. Let's go. Shout out to Wig589. And I will say this. If XRP goes to 589, Wick is Satoshi. Yeah. Shout out to Wig589. TDK says, I'll be honest, guys. Like, we probably live in a simulation, so maybe XRP to 589. I don't know. TDK says normal 8-hour RSI versus market cipher B on Bitcoin. TDK, let me know. I will do that for you. Can we look at render? Yeah, we can take a look at render. Thank you for the super chat. Shout out to LA. I appreciate you, bro. We'll take a look at render. But yeah, we'll take a look at render. But let me take a look at the 8-hour RSI. Versus market cipher B. There you go. I don't know exactly what you want out of that, but there it is, side by side on Bitcoin at least. Hopefully that's what you're looking for, TDK. We love Wick. Let's go. Shout out to It's Autopilot. We love Wick. I love Wick. You don't love Wick. I love Wick. Shout out to Wick589. Hashtag Wick is Satoshi Alien. Let's go. Yo. I'm just going to wake up tomorrow. I'm going to have like 2 million XRP dropped in my wallet. In that case, Wick is Satoshi for sure. Wick's wife says, RMT, that movie has a whole new meaning since the daddy stuff came, since the Diddy stuff came out. Whew, God. I don't know what movie you guys are talking about, but Oh, boy. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a quick look at Render here. Render. All right. Render tapping its head. Get rid of the, yeah, I mean, same thing. 2024 highs. Same thing on it. Guys, I will just say this. The setup on Ethereum that we looked at is the same for a lot of different altcoins, where you literally have your lower accumulation, upper accumulation, breakout. You look to revisit this previous area of value. It's all the same thing, even with Render. Lower accumulation, you get the breakout, you're approaching your previous range. Resistance until proven otherwise. Once we flip this, I will be looking up towards 1010. Flip that to support, I will be looking up towards $12. Simply put, that's what I'm looking at on Render. But other than that, like, you know, low time frame stuff, this is hard to call, right? Because, like, in a bull market, you could see bearish confirmations here. They just don't play out, and you just continue to rip. So long term, right? Like, let's check the weekly. You know, weekly VWAP above the 0 line. I mean, I would expect this value area low at 777 is key resistance until proven otherwise. And if you get up here, that's what you want for the big move up. From value area low to value area highs, a 52% gain before breaking the highs. So you could screenshot these levels. I'll mark out these bottom ones as well if you want to keep an eye on this range in case we got some kind of mega dump to come in, just kind of whoop right back into this range. You want to keep those in mind as well. Not that I'm expecting that. But, yeah, I mean, money flow. Look at the money flow on the 2-day. You know, red dot looking to print. Maybe that gives you a little pullback at the resistance, but I would look for some kind of consolidation here and see if we can send this thing into the range. Yeah, 2-day red dot, money flow, looking to try and cross over into the green. I think these 2-day money flow crossovers into the green might be the thing to look at for big altcoin pumps. Get that 2-day money flow crossover. See what Bitcoin wants to do. Bitcoin just, I'm telling you guys, Bitcoin was moving until we went live. And then Bitcoin just stopped. Well, it got the fill of our range. It did what we wanted it to. Good girl, Bitcoin. Good girl. But now it's just bing-bonged around. Like, we started it. It's like, all right, fine, Frankie, we'll give you a little excitement. And then we just lull it out. But there you go. Let's see. Yeah, let's go. Shout out to JD. Shout out to you, bro. We got mad like police in the chat today. Smash that like button, guys. 1,000 likes. We're going to be giving away some Solana on tomorrow's live stream. Creepily caress that like button for Frankie the Candleman candles. Let's go. Shout out to JD. I appreciate you, bro. Smash that like button, guys. We're going for 1K. Solana pumping. Oh, Solana dumping. Oh, no. Yeah, we took a look at Solana at the beginning of the live stream. Who said it? Shout out to Lars. Let's go. Get Him to the Greek. Oh, God, yeah. I actually just watched Get Him to the Greek and thought the same exact thing. I could not watch that movie the same way. Actually, if you look closely at Diddy in that movie, he is actually very shiny, which could explain, at least partially explain, why he had so much baby oil. Let's see. Lars said, ouch. I'm just kidding. It's not don't get scared of that dump. Furry wall. Stroke the furry wall, baby. If Bitcoin dumps, just stroke the furry wall, guys. Let's see. Can WW3 stop this run? Shout out to Manny. All right, let's talk about a bit more of a bearish case here. Speculatively, I want Bitcoin to pump. I am bullish. I want it to pump. But there is always the flip side of the coin, guys. There is always a flip side of the coin. And as a trader, as a technical analyst, we have to keep that in mind. Now, if something super, super bearish wound up playing out. Now, I am not a huge Elliott wave guy, right? I don't consider myself an expert on Elliott waves. I consider myself an expert on the charts and technical analysis and trading, yes. But there's only so many forms of analysis that one can master before you just start looking at too much information, right? But I have seen, actually, shout out to TradingView Ideas. I never check it out, but I actually been checking it out recently where you just kind of see other people's ideas. And there were a couple of Elliott wave traders talking about how this is potentially, apparently, a big Elliott wave target. You know, and how much of a troll would it be if we just front ran 100K and never hit it and then just got a massive pullback? But apparently, there was an Elliott wave count Maybe I'll share this in the free Discord if I could find it. I don't know who it is. I'll just share the chart, and I guess I'll share their account. I want to give them credit as well. But there apparently is this could be a big target for Elliott waves apparently for a massive correction. This would be the most painful thing ever. I'm not calling for this, but apparently there is an Elliott wave count that brings you back down to earth. But it still winds up being bullish. It still winds up being a big correction before going right back up to go up to 100 plus, 200 plus K. I'm not looking. I don't look at Elliott waves that much, so I'm not calling for that. I kind of just saw this right before the live stream too, so I don't even have many details on exactly what the count was or anything like that. But there are some massive bearish cases here. If we're gonna see that, that would be a WW3 kind of situation, in my opinion. Right? It would have to be a black swan. It would have to be extremely scary. And in my opinion, to break all back through all of this would be insane to do. Right? What would that be? That would be a 60% dump on a black swan. Not like we haven't seen it before, guys. Not like we haven't seen it before. So you got to be careful. You got to be careful. But, again, I'm not necessarily looking for this. I'm going to play it level to level. I will say, if we just come down from here and we never hit 100K, I'm short from the tippy top. But I do more likely expect that to get invalidated, I get stopped out of the short, and we come up to higher prices. My bias is that we continue higher. There's no reason not to look to continue higher with the bullish market structure, with the continued breaks of the structure of the upside. There's no reason to not just continue looking up. But if I had to, come back down to earth and say we got a black swan out of nowhere, which, again, no one can predict, right? Even if you're expecting upside, if you have a black swan event, maybe it just brings you down. There's a lot of support below us at this point, guys. Don't forget our macro range from down here, right? Potentially bringing, for me, the lowest I'm willing to look without looking at doomsday scenario, C19 type scenarios. You have your macro range down here, 70,500 for the macro range. That's big, right? And then once you get down here, you're going to be looking for acceptance into the range, look to the POC, look back down to the low, and then you're just treating that as a volume profile. For me, if we got that big move down, this is not, I just treat it as a volume profile if we get back down here. But I wouldn't be looking down that low right now. Where I would be looking, if something super bearish started happening, right, I would simply be looking at the levels that we've been watching on the channel for quite some time, right? Shout out to anyone in the premium Discord still holding this long. What is this up now? This is 13% now. I am not holding that trade. But either way, the places that I would be looking at, very simply put, if we got some kind of great pullback here, right, we didn't go to 100K for some reason, and we just wound up pulling back. This value area high, 92K. This will be people will be asking, oh my God, Frankie, is this the bear market? It's no, not even close, guys. We just ripped a huge move, right? It's okay to retrace some of it. But if we did come down, simply put, I'd be watching these local levels. Value area high, 92K. If we wind up ripping, just melting through all this, I'll be live. I don't care if I'm on a plane. I'm going live for that. But, you have this lower range down below with your value area low at about 88K. And, don't forget, the amount of liquidity sitting below this liquidity, longs. It would be crazy to go wipe those people out. Now, again, it doesn't guarantee that you have to do that, but that liquidity is still sitting down there. So, I would still be looking down to about 85K as a very, very key level to be looking for long positions, right? We got a big pullback, depending on, if it was a black swan or not. Sweep those longs and then look for fresh positions back to the upside. So, we would really have to see a big move down for me to just, start looking for, I saw some people on TradingView. Now, granted, there's no certification or qualification to post on TradingView, but, there are some people that were looking back down towards 24K. I'll tell you this, guys. I'll tell you this. I'm not necessarily expecting that. We have a lot of local support down below, and, it's an if this, then that statement. If we got some kind of big correction, we come back down in here. This is don't forget, we were at these prices, yesterday. So it's not scary. But yeah, I don't know. A doomsday scenario, the lowest, even down to 78K, this would be a big, big zone to look at. Again, these are levels we've been given on the live stream for quite some time. But yeah, worst case scenario, I don't know. I would just watch that macro volume profile from all the way down here, right? Retest those range highs. But even at that point, like, I would be looking for bounces there. But it's really hard to say. It's, like, really hard to predict. Like, it's very hard to say, like, guys, we're going to dump from here and then go to 47K. There's so much that's likely going to happen inside of that dump that's going to have to be analyzed, right? It's not likely that we're just going to, like blink down to that level. Hopefully. I really hope not. So there we go. What happened? Chat just disappeared. That was wild. Yeah, so that's what I'd be looking at. Fartcoin getting listings, that's pretty crazy. I don't know. Maybe it is time to dump. I don't know. Not even making a joke about Fartcoin. But yeah, I mean, you start seeing these crazy, I don't know. Hard to say. I mean, we have literally a 13-year-old rugging his own meme coin. If that doesn't call a local top for meme coins, a local top, I don't know what does. But I don't know. We'll see what happens here. You really got to be careful being bearish in a bull market, guys. It's the same thing when, people are calling super cycle 30K's the bottom, super cycle, right? Like, not understanding how the market moves or how charts work. Hopefully this cycle, guys, with the whole influencer thing, like, hopefully, like, people are more aware of, like, I feel like in the past or, like, even now on TikTok, Instagram, like, wherever you're looking at stuff, YouTube, a lot of this stuff, obviously there's great information out there, great content creators out there, of course. But it's like, I don't know, like, the amount of people calling for, like 100K or, like, even when we were pumping, like, that's where you start seeing, like, news articles. Can Bitcoin hit $1 million by 2023? It's like, guys, like, you have to understand how things work to some degree, right? Like, people are just, like, randomly gambling on price predictions, and, like, a lot of content creators are doing that, like, just randomly gambling on price predictions, not having any understanding, I assume, unless they had a reason to look for those certain price targets and just they didn't get hit for some reason. But I think there's a lot of people out there that are just like, yeah, I think 100K sounds good. Let's just bullish. Click the video. Hopefully we watch some of those people out here, because I think there's a lot more information out there. There's a lot of resources like my channel that actually teach you how the charts work, teach you what actually moves price rather than just calling for random price predictions. That kind of, like, teaches people, like, what to look for when they're listening to people and, like, how to understand if someone actually knows what they're talking about, right? Like, I'm never going to come up here and, if I'm never going to come up here and try to talk to you guys about, like, Bitcoin mining and, like, the intricacies of, like, shards or I don't even know, right? Because I'm not an expert on mining, right? But I think there's a lot of people out there that don't understand how the actual market moves and how price works that pretend like they do. Like, it's very dangerous. Like, no hate whatsoever, but it's very dangerous to viewers that think that, someone knows what they're talking about. And, like, again, like, anytime I don't know what I'm talking about or I'm not confident in something, and even when I am confident in something, I show you actual practical information and numbers that point towards that. And I even tell you that it's not a guarantee. So hopefully we'll wash some of that out this cycle. I think it's going to be harder for people like that to kind of survive because there's a lot more well-known information. Even your general crypto person knows a lot more than they did back in the day. Even last cycle, like, even like my family, like cousins, they're way more into it now. Like, last cycle on Thanksgiving, you bring up crypto and people are like, yeah, that's magic internet money. That's a scam. Right now you go to Thanksgiving dinner and your cousins are talking about meme coins already, right? Your cousins are like, yo, are you in crypto? Well, not to me. They know I'm in crypto, obviously. But, they're now they're going to start at, like, they're already into it, right? Like, it's way more mainstream now. It's way more popular, unless I'm just in a super bubble because I'm in crypto. Maybe it's not as popular as I think. But I think every cycle that goes by, more people are going to be more aware of that stuff. And with that, the information would be, it's just going to become higher quality. I hope. But let's see. I would not trust any channel that is new and wasn't there for everyone through the bear market. Those type of YouTubers only show up. Yeah, be careful with that too. Like, you'll notice, like, I even see this on my YouTube recommendations. Like, every 5 minutes, there's 13 crypto channels that were created, like, a couple of months ago that have 25 to 80 videos on them. And just understand, guys, it's very, very potentially lucrative for people to just start a YouTube channel about crypto, talk about it, and just fleece their audience for money. So be careful out there. Like, and I'm not saying, like, there's could be new channels that are really good. I'm not saying that there's none that are going to be good, but I'm just saying, like, people see this opportunity, everyone's going to make a YouTube channel and try to capitalize on it, right? Which is fine. As long as they're giving good information, I think that's great. But a lot of people, like, yeah, it's not like there's no qualifications here. And there's no qualifications for my channel either, right? But I've been here since the bear market for years, right? I've been doing this for years. I've proven myself for years. You know, we've shown, and there's other great YouTubers out there as well. I'm just saying, like, the new channels, like, I see them all the time. It's like they have, like, 13 videos on their channel, and I'm like, oh, my God. And, like, I watch some of the videos. I'm like, oh, no. People could, you know, this video pops off. Tons of people are going to see this, and it could potentially damage, like, hurt them, right? And what I like to focus on is making sure, you know, no crazy price predictions, right? And if it is, I'll tell you it's crazy, right? Like XRP to 589, not impossible, but I don't think it's probably likely. But anyway, let's see, bada boom, bada bing. Can we take a look at Casper? Yeah, we can take a look at Casper. Let's see. Shout out to Wick589 said, I'm telling y'all, crypto Super Bowl, those wallets bought at the all-time high last bull market, now they're coming back to their old exchanges and finding out they're in profit. Boomers talking about it. Shout out to Wick589. BTC dumping. Yeah, there she goes. She's going down. Dump it, baby. Dump it. Dump it. Dump it. We'll just keep holding this short. I mean, I'm just holding this short, guys. I'm not going to lie. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see if it continues down. Yeah, pullback. Shout out to Emperor. Yeah, nice little push key to the downside. But yeah, let's go ahead and continue on here. ADA prediction target. Shout out to MQ. We will try to. I'll try to answer that if we have time. After we take a look at going to zero. Shout out to Manny. Casper. I was like, what are we looking at? Let's take a look at Casper. That's Casper to the euro. It's not what we want. Let's see. Bada boom, bada bing. KuCoin? There we go. All right, so let's take a look here. Come on. Yeah, I mean, potential possibilities for Casper. I almost said Caspa. Yeah, I would say. Yeah, I mean, there's not much. I mean, this is just like a dang Lambo candle. This is impossible to analyze, in my personal opinion. You know, you're probably holding a bit on this consolidation. Probably pull that back a little bit. Yeah, like I'd watch these highs, right? Come down in here. This will be worth looking at. You can keep this value area on the chart. But for the most part, like this is, you could see, like when you just melt through price like this, like when price just melts down like this, quick moves up. There's not a lot of volume built up at these levels. So, you know, with that being said, I would look for a potential push up into the value area low at about 0.029. Whoops. There we go. Wiggly ray up here. Flip that to support. Come up to the POC. Come up to the value area high. 0.04436 cents. Shout out to WD40. Said, great show, Frankie. Shout out to WD40. Thank you so much. And thank you for stopping my chair from squeaking. Appreciate you. Shout out to you, bro. But that's, yeah, that is, yeah, value area low, 3 cents. Get back up there, flip it up to about 0.04394. Pretty simple. 2-day money flow crossover into the green would still be what I'd look for to give the bigger move. You know, VWAP coming down, you could bing bong around a little bit, but you have these levels of support now. Let's see, weekly. Yeah, green dot confirmed. Yeah, I think you kind of bing-bong around a little bit, but, you know, once you get that 2-day money flow crossover, hopefully you can cool off a little bit and then get another big move up. But those local levels here, if you do continue down, let me pull this fib real quick. Yeah, I mean, this is kind of nice because you have your value area high, you have your POC, you have your value area low, and they are both confluent with the fib retracement, right? So golden pocket, value area high confluence. And then you got your 786 value area low. So those would be like two very, very key levels. You're already tapped into this golden pocket. So if you lose this, I'd look to come down towards that PO 786 value area low. But yeah, I think you kind of turbulence around here. Maybe you come down, maybe you bounce from here. But either way, next level to look at is going to be up here at about 0.02990. So there you go. All right, let's see. Shout out to Div X-Ray. What is going on, bro? Good to have you in here. Good to see you, brother. He says, I hope you do Tia chart, please, because I went all in a few days ago. Because of your advice, give update, please, my guy. Shout out to Div X-Ray. Shout out to you, bro. Just a word of caution. You never, ever, 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 ever want to just invest in something because of somebody on YouTube. Again, not financial advice. Got to be careful. Just because I invest in Tia does not mean it is guaranteed to rip. But we actually already looked over Tia, Div. But this is, yeah, I mean, you're just still within your range here. So, yeah, like key level of support is going to be 490. Value area high POC sitting at 644. But, yeah, like I still am DCAing into Tia. So, yeah, but please, for the love of God, guys, do not just buy something that some YouTuber says. This is not a good idea. This is how a lot of people get wrecked. This is what I was just talking about, right? Like people saying like, oh my God, this is definitely good. Because people speak with conviction when they should not, right? Like people will say, Tia to $80 on this date because of this secret information, right? Like there is no secret information. There is no guarantee that Tia gets to $80. Anyone who tells you that is making it up, right? Tia could go to 0. I am prepared. I manage my risk, right? So I'm prepared if Tia goes to 0, I'm going to lose a small amount of money and move on, right? But I am buying Tia down here. So next key level to the upside, Div, is going to be 650. Break above that, looking for a move up to the value area low at 883. Flip above that, looking at the POC and the value area high. That would be what we would hope happens, and I do think it's possible. Why do I think it's possible? Well, number one, I believe in the project. Doesn't mean it's guaranteed to pump. I could believe in a project and it can go to 0, right? Very important to realize, guys, especially in a bull market. I'm very cautious about how I word things. I say things very explicitly. Do not copy trade me. Do not buy things because I look at them or say that they're bullish. Never supposed to be that way. But a lot of people will tell you to do that. They'll be like, you got to buy this right now. Not only is that, I think, borderline illegal, I think it's also just basically like people guessing and risking their audience for that. So anyway, but for me, my plan on Tia is to hopefully hold inside this range, right? Even if we deviate below, I will pick up some more, flip that to support, look to go up to the value area high. Yeah, and then see if we can fill that range. Now, why would this be possible? Well, it's based off something. It's not just based off me thinking, I think because we were at $20 once, we can go to $20 again. That's not what I'm thinking, right? What I'm thinking is this is fair value. This is also fair value, right? And with the part of the market that we're in right now, if T is going to pump and impulse out of here, because of auction market theory, because of the way that price rotates value, we would look for a push up in here. And then once you get accepted into this value area, you are looking to fill that entire area of value, right? You're looking to rotate that value. It's how the market moves, right? Now, does this guarantee it? Absolutely not. Guarantee it? Absolutely not. But it's based off some kind of analysis and information. And again, just looking at Market Cipher, that 2-day money flow crosses into the green, that could start the move, right? Daily money flow back in the red here. But yeah, weekly green dot printing. Unless Tia goes to 0, I'm happy buying it down here. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, that's what I'd be looking at. Shout out to Div X-Ray. He said, I trust you, my guy. You didn't force no one. Shout out to Div X-Ray. Let's go. Yeah, as long as that's understood. Like, listen, I understand, right? Like, people are here for information. But it is important. I don't just say don't. When I say non-financial advice, like, I mean that. I don't just say that to a lot of people go, non-financial advice. Guys, buy this right now. I don't think that's going to help anybody because I'm pretty sure it's a legal problem, right? I don't think that helps you legally. I never tell people when to buy or sell. And I get people are here for information. People are here for analysis, right? And obviously, when the analysis slaps like it does, I know it's hard not to listen to. I'm not telling you not to listen to what the analysis says. But yeah, like as long as and Div, you seem like you have the you have the right idea. But a lot of people who are new to crypto, like Div, you've been here for how long? You've been here for a while. A lot of new people who come in are probably just gonna think they're gonna have this unless they find my channel first. Hopefully I can crack a lot of people, but a lot of people are gonna have this like this kind of like celebrity concept of YouTubers, thinking like, well, this guy has a YouTube channel and all these people watch him. He probably knows something I don't know. I'm gonna give you an insight. Now, could a technical analyst understand TA and know how to do TA that you don't know how to do? Absolutely. Is that valuable information for someone who doesn't know? Absolutely. When it comes to people just calling out altcoins, saying they're gonna go to this price, I give you a little inside tip from someone who is in the content creation world. A lot of these people don't know any more than you do, unless they're showing you information that you know about, right? Or that you don't know about, right? Like I'll talk about, like, you might not know how to pull a volume profile, how to find these key levels, right? This is why I sleep well at night, feeling very good about what I do here on my YouTube channel, actually helping and providing valuable information to actually help people change their lives, right? But like, you know, when you get to like I said, like people who are just going to come in, swoop in the bull market, right, just to capitalize on the profitability of having a YouTube channel and getting people to sign up with your links and all this stuff, that is like a lot of new people are going to fall victim to that. And they're going to see a YouTuber and be like, wow, this guy's got 10K views on his live stream. This guy's got to know something I don't know. But not everyone is out there giving information. They're just saying buy this, buy that, trying to pump their garbage meme coin or whatever it is, right? So you got to be careful. And again, there's a lot of good people out there as well. You just have to be careful with who you choose. And I think Wick had a very I forgot who said it. Somebody said it. I would avoid people who have just come in, right? Like people who have been here for a while. You guys know who they are. People we associate with, you guys know who they are. People who give out good information. But shout out to Wick589 said, Frankie, don't say it like it's too much. Last bull market introduced us to full program crypto channels. What does that mean? Full program crypto channels? I don't know what that means. But shout out to Wick589. Let me know what you mean by that. Let's see. Shout out to Elvis said you have 67.9K subs. Looks like you know what you're doing. Sure, but I provide the information, right? If I were just up here saying, guys, like buy this meme coin, buy that meme coin, could be a little different, right? Like, well, like if you dig into a lot of these people, like, well, why do you think it's going to $100? Like if they're not showing you a chart or like doing math on market cap and circulating supply and token unlocks, like, what are they basing it off of, right? And I think it's much better this cycle. I think a lot of people know this now, right? And I think a lot of people are giving good and better, way better information than they used to, right? Or than creators in the past have. But just make sure you're getting information and not just listening to, like, if you're on TikTok and you see, like, guys, I think I found the next sheep, run far away. Run far away. Let's see. I'm pretending I'm a mod. Shout out to Jay Violet. You can add it to your name like Dave Digital did. That's what he did. And he's actually a real mod now. Fake it till you make it. Dave Digital got in. Let's go. Let's see. Yo, shout out to Mark Dutch said, hi, I'm new here. Where can I buy the Hundo K crypto people talking about? Mr. Kendall's. Shout out to Mark Dutch. Yeah, if you want the Hundo K, yeah, it's going to be on pump.fun. I'm kidding. But yeah, let's see. Like TA news, analysis, discussion, and special guests, like 24/7 hour organization between TA talent and folks who are a little better than content creators. Yeah, shout out to Wick589. Yeah, I would go for if I could do it all again, guys. If I could do it all again, I would probably just be a news channel, and just get up and read the news. I'd be like much less involved. It would be a lot less, involved. And also, people don't come at you if you say price is going to go down. It's also a thing about trading and being an analyst is it's like sometimes you got to say price is going to go down, and people don't like that. But you just get on here and be like, hey, the news says it's going to 150K right now, tonight, and then it's okay because you didn't say it. Let's see. Ask about Phoebe Coin. Shout out to K Diggity. Nikki94 Boo said, oh my God, people hit that effing like button. Don't hit the like button. Not hitting the like button is just rude. Shout out to Nikki94 Boo. You do not want to mess with them. Let's see. Can we take a look at Dog? Shout out to Multi-Sig Dummy. What's up, bro? Yes, we can. We can definitely take a look at Dog. Not Doge. He wants Dog. I assume it is. Is it Dog Go to the Moon? I think this is probably what you're talking about, right? Let me know, Multi-Sig, if this is what you're talking about. I was on a 10-win streak and ruined it with a bad stop-loss setup. Shout out to DMB Smurf. That is okay, bro. That is okay. You will come back. I promise you, especially if you were 10 for 10. Let's see. Yes, okay. So let's take a look at this real quick. Whoops. That's Doge. There we go. All right. I mean, let me take a look at this. Zoom it out. So I would look at this. I'll give you the local levels here on Dog. Wow, this is actually not trading too. This is actually trading nicely. Nice value area rotation. So I would actually look at this, to be quite honest. And then, yeah, I mean, value area high here at 82.32. I'm not going to read out. I'm not going to read out the zeros. 82.32 is your value area high. POC at 70.12, and then the value area low at 68.27. So that is pretty much what I would look at. Those are your local levels. Money flow. Let's check the 4-hour VWAP coming down. Confirm bear div. 2-hour money flow coming out. Also confirmed bearish divergence. So, yeah, I would be cautious here, right? If you get back in here, you can't get back above that value area high. I'd look for a move back down here. Do you have confluence at all up here? Yeah, I would say watch this pocket as first support, value area low, POC confluence. Underneath that, you have your golden pocket. But I would be careful on this golden pocket because you could come down and swipe this wick into the 786. All right, so if you come down here, swoop, and then get a bigger move up potentially. But these are the levels I would look at. This is your key value area. You lose that golden pocket to this wick down here sitting between 63.89 and 60.77. And then lastly, you have your 786 here at about 57.08. Those are the levels I would look at. Money flow and VWAPs say you could potentially likely continue down here. But again, unless it's just hashtag bull market and up only. So just remember, when you're in a bull market, you're in a bull market. Did I say bear market before? I might have. But guys, with all that being said, I think that is all the time we got for tonight's live stream. I appreciate all 863 of you guys, I think, that are still in here for being here. Smash that like button on your way out if you found any value in this live stream, guys. If we've helped you at all find those doorways to higher prices before price ripped, go ahead and smash that like button. But with all that being said, guys, I will see you here tomorrow, hopefully at 100K. Yeah, hopefully at 100K we could, or hopefully tomorrow we will be at 100K. But we'll see. Bitcoin getting a little bit of a pullback. I am short from the top here. Did we show? I don't think we showed the trade. Did we show the trade? Either way, maybe if it's in profit tomorrow, we'll show it. Right now I'm up 3%. So kind of at, almost at break even here. But we'll see what happens. If it plays, it plays. If not, I wouldn't be surprised if it gets stopped out and we go up to those higher targets. But we've already shown you those higher targets to the upside as well as the key levels of support down below. So you guys shouldn't be shocked either way we go, and you should be prepared for those next key levels and those next potential trades to make. So with all that being said, guys, I'll see you tomorrow. Same place, same time, right here, 5:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on the Frank Candles YouTube channel. Come on, rip this thing to 100K. Actually, dump it first because I'd like to make some money on the short and then send it to 100K. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Hasta pasta. Frankie Candles out. Bing bong.
Look what's next for me, Joe. I'm gonna get that second bell. Where the is it? They should have had them 2 bells ready. Space shine for me.
Yeah. Head up in the clouds, dog, they saying I look stressed. I've been feeling down, pray to God that I'm up next. Remember when she blew me off, that's why I can't text. Now she call me petty, but I swear I can't forget. This ain't a test. Now they saying that I ball like Jerry West. Coming back for what is mine, can't take no less. I said go and take a shot, so I need your best. And stop the threats, don't know what is in me. I don't got time, I'm not giving it energy. Too many people around me, I'm finicky. I do not mess with you, dog, you're not kidding me. You don't got way too close. I've been up at the top now, so they all wait for the landslide. I seen too many people that switched up, whose man's high. Through it all, I stay the same, I swear to God, I can't lie. Been down so damn low that I came up for my life. They talk way too much on the internet, it's not real life. I swear my fam waiting, I can't lose, and I'm still right. Still right, I swear that I'm working them up till like midnight. It's real life, I got a time and I'm coming to get mine. In time, I cannot lose and I'm coming right inside. I'm in my, yeah.
Yo, I can't with chat, bro. Yo, you guys kill me. Cause like Ken Bubba said, I heard he's all big, no bomb. What does that even mean? Shout out to Cousin Ken Bubba, or Koozie Can, as I like to call him. Caffeinated Crypto. Shout out to Wick's wife. I am Caffeinated Crypto tonight, so I'm probably not going to go to sleep tonight. So I don't know, guys. I might have to cancel the stream tomorrow if I'm too tired. I'm just kidding, guys. XRP is mooning. Whoa, hold up. Breaking news. 131, baby. Let's go. Guys, there's the gate. If you've tuned in at the beginning of the stream, there's the gate. There's the gate. Tony, change the thumbnail to XRP. We're going live for another 2 hours. I'm just kidding, guys. I do have to go eat. But there's that gate. We are now potentially getting through that gate. Next target for XRP going to be sitting up here. Next big target or key level. Now, remember what we looked at, right? Be careful, because if you come up and put a bear div in on the higher time frames, 12-hour, 10-hour, could get the pullback. But for the most part, in a bull market, we could be looking for this thing to whip up to about $100.60 for that flip of support before potentially getting that bigger move through the POC and the value area high of that upper range. If you guys missed the TA on XRP, go watch it. We were literally go watch it from the beginning of the stream. Looking pretty nice here. And again, just to hammer home here, guys, sometimes those bear divs, looking for those bearish divergences, can really help you front run price. Like if you're looking for a bear div here on the 8-hour, like you're saying to yourself, well, hey, if that price comes up, if this momentum wave is going to make a lower high and put in a bearish divergence, what do you need first? You need that higher high. You need to break this high to put that higher high in, right? So if you're able to snipe this stuff on Market Cypher B, you can not only look for the potential formation of the bearish signal, but you can also predict the break of structure to the upside. Stuff we teach every single weekday right here at 5:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's all I got, guys. Have a great night. Go eat some food. Touch some grass. Shout out to Tony D. Said, I vote for an extra 2 hours. Shout out to Tony D. Overrode. Shout out to Tony D. Actually do have to go somewhere right now. But I will see you guys tomorrow. And maybe we hit 100K. Maybe we'll go live again. But we'll see you guys tomorrow. Same place, same time, 5:45. You know the rest. Hasta pasta. Frankie Candles out. Bing bong.
Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll, and it's time to run it up, yeah you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, ayy. On the road, here we go. Yeah, we winning by a landslide. Never see me coming on my landmine. Yeah, I ain't taking orders in command, like, yeah, you about to see me on demand, like, you know on demand. If you ain't know, you about to understand. Yeah, I got the team by my side, right hand. Yeah, take it to a string, you ain't seen it like that. Yeah, and it's the dream, man, we coming for the bag. Yeah, and we ain't ever going back now. Future expedited, now we on the fast track now. They won't lend a hand, now they see us on the map now. It's time to act out. Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll, and it's time to run it up, yeah you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, ayy. On the road, here we go, yeah. Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll. And it's time to run it up, yeah, you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor. Hey, on a roll, here we go, yeah. At the top of the class on a roll. Hey, and it's time to run it up, yeah, you know. Yeah, maxed out, put the pedal to the floor.